Look, seem like every captain gotta maintain the cap. You can make change, don't change for that. Tell the whole truth, get paid for that. Bet you never fall off, you was made for that. You gotta be who you really be, shine from the inside. Burn that shit up. Burn that shit up. Burn that shit up. Burn that shit up.
Well, I guess if I added us to the stream, it would help. Aloha, everybody. Happy Sunday night, Monday morning. Whatever it may be. This was unplanned, so we have nothing to talk about. We're just going to sit here and go like this. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Now there's 6 people. Who is all in here? Besides Pablo and Nina.
Oh, what am I doing? Let's see. You got to scooch over more. I'm the ugly one. You're the pretty one. They'd rather see pretty than ugly. That's what I was doing. Okay, I know this is not my channel, but I have to play this just to remind everyone that just left. We still love you. We understand.
Do it! Do it! Just do it! Do it! Do it! What are you waiting for? Just do it!
You feel better now?
Pablo, I gotta clean that up now.
Sniffing. Sniffing.
So what's up, everyone? What did you guys do on Sunday or Monday morning, Sunday night, Saturday afternoon? Oh, I know what you did on Saturday. You were hanging out with us. But what did you do on Sunday? Did you go to church? Did you go to church?
Yeah,
Tell the
we went to
truth.
church
Tell
with,
the truth. Did you go to church?
Samoan. I went to
Simone
Samoan's
went to
church.
church. Simone's good, man. Simone is a man of God.
You put it on your community page?
No, I didn't. So I was doing all that stuff at once.
Ooh, Pablo. Oh, you heard something.
Who's that, Pablo?
Just hanging out tonight. We didn't do a sunset.
Yes, and we apologize for that.
But the intro was a 1 minute sunset from Pablo.
He's stuck in his shirt.
Yeah, I got him.
Yeah.
It's a 1 minute. Oh, not even a few seconds.
Oh, shoot.
Few seconds of yesterday's sunset. Yesterday's sunset was really nice. Hey, Pablo. We're at the beach right now. See our background?
Okay, sorry. I have a hard time doing two things at once.
Oh, there you go. There's 5 people in here. Who's all in here?
I got 5 children here in common. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And my wife, Camille, comes up to me and she says, "What does the boy want?"
No, there's 2. It was 5.
They didn't like my Bill Cosby impression? Good. If you don't like me, then I don't want you to hang out anyway. I bet you if we hit open, but this is your channel though. I don't want to like run your channel, because if it was my channel, I'd take a chance with the open panel and drop the link, but then trolls are gonna come up, and I'm willing to take a chance, but I don't want you to get like, that's not what your channel's about. So nobody wants to say nothing. Nobody knows how to say anything in chat. Or is it because they're not subscribed? I have to wait 5 minutes. And that's why it keeps dropping from 5 back down to 2. Because then they're like, oh, I gotta wait 5 minutes. Has it been 5 minutes yet? And then they come back to chat, and then it's like, shit, hasn't been 5 minutes yet. I'll be back. And then we're waiting now. Hey, thank you for sticking it out if that's the case. Because we're waiting for that. And we appreciate you subscribing just to hopefully post positive comments and positive vibes. Because that's what this channel is about. My channel, different story. My channel goes all over the map.
I don't know. I'm going to make a comment from Pablo. Let's see if he's subscribed.
Well, look at that, caught a mosquito. Right when it landed on me, I got it. I think I saved myself.
Oh, he's going to go in there.
Come here, Bubbles. Come here, Bubbles. Oh.
And there
Say aloha to everybody. Say, what's up, fool? What you doing, fool? Why you looking at me like that?
Oh, he's blue. Pablo is blue.
Why do you do that? Harder.
There we go. Pablo said, made a comment. He subscribed.
Yeah. Pablo, it's all you, man. I thought you said you were bringing all your buddies. We told Pablo he could stay up later tonight if he brought all his friends, and he promised there'd be like 19 of them.
He has 26 friends, subscribers, so
Yeah.
26 should come out.
Where they at, Pablo?
So anyways, we're getting ready for that to come on Wednesday.
Wednesday, 2:30 p.m.
You don't want to dox yourself. Tell them what time.
Well, because I have to work. I have a job that day too, so now I have to figure out if I gotta wake up extra early, go do the job, be done in time, and then go pick that up from the airport. Or actually, that wasn't even the right time that I just said. I wrote it down on the calendar, but then, or if I'm gonna go pick them up, bring them back here, and then go to work and go do that job. But either way, and I texted them today too, and I said, "Hey, yo, Pop, I probably should have asked, but it's too late for that now. But next Friday we're going live on the Steve Harloha channel, and it's titled "The Man, the Myth, the Legend, Gary Harloha." And yeah, so that's that. And he said, I don't know about the live thing.
You told him that?
I told him today, yeah.
And he said,
And he said, I don't know about the live thing. And I was like, too late, man. I'm like, you don't have to be on camera if you don't want, if that's what you're worried about. I'm like, hey, David Devine.
Pablo texted me.
That's funny. Yeah, it was like a last minute thing, David. We're just
We don't know if we're gonna hang out too long or not, but
yeah, we're just like figured why not. We didn't get to do the wrong button. Shit. We didn't get to do the sunset tonight because it was a crazy day. And we figured why not? Let's just go live and see who shows up.
you got a copy button, huh? Right there, the blue button is copy. Oh, now you have to highlight it.
Yeah, that's copy. I always do it a different way, but all right, I guess that works. But anyway, then we figured we'd just go live and see who shows up and try to get Nina some watch hours and see what happens. And worst case scenario, we'll just sit here and talk to the laptop for like an hour and call it a night.
Yeah. So if you go to bed, just leave your YouTube on open, and you can go to sleep.
But it's back up to 8 now. It's growing. Pablo's loose in the house. Yeah, he heard. He loves that chair. You think that's your chair? Do you think Daddy wouldn't got that chair just for you? I had to load up my trailer to get that chair. I got it from a customer. It's just can't really show you guys, but really cool chair. And it's like one of the, you know, that picture that you see where the dude's in the chair, and then there's like the speaker in front of him, and it's just, and his hair's like flying back like that. It's like a similar chair to that. And my customer was like, "Yeah, man, you want it? Because I'm just gonna get rid of it. I was gonna put it on what was it, Facebook or something, or Craigslist, but for under the free." He's like, and it's like a brand new chair. He's like, I was gonna get rid of it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll take it." So it was like a couple of days went by, and I kind of forgot about it. And he's like, "Hey, what's up? You want this chair or not, man? Because I'm just gonna get rid of it." I'm like, "No, I want it." It was like 9 o'clock at night, and he's like, well, I'm like, "Dude, I'll come right now." So came home 9 o'clock at night. It's dark. And to get my trailer out and hook it up, it takes like almost an hour to go through all that. I hooked it up, drove over there, picked it up, brought it home. And now Pablo thinks that I brought that chair home just for him. Big ass 1-person chair for a tiny dog.
Yeah, when I sit on there, he just jumps on and just sits next to me and cozies up. I'm like,
Keep forgetting the mouse. I don't know what's up with the mouse thing. I think it might be with the Ethernet. Like the Ethernet's too quick. Oh, I thought I had it playing. Yours. How come it's not in here? You should be in here. Where's yours? Not. Okay. All right, then.
That's mine. That's fine. That's not your channel.
Yeah, but if I'm live and I go into that thing, it'll say.
Oh, there. Oh, just that's my channel.
There we go. It should be muted. If it's not, sorry guys, I'll mute it right away. But it should be muted so you don't get feedback. Yep, it's muted. I don't know. Is Rescue coming on tonight? You got 7 likes. You got 8 likes.
Let me check if Rescue's coming.
Is that Garrett? Did I just see Garrett?
Yeah.
Emotional damage.
Hey, Garrett. Aloha. So we had that. What was that survey we had yesterday? Or was it the other day? I'm going to check it. Oh, this is under my channel. Stranger danger, bad touchy.
Stranger danger. Stranger danger. Bad touchy. Bad touchy.
Charlie's here. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie Gabaldon. Aloha, brother. Good to see you. Oh, I didn't take my knee braces off. That's all right.
So I just posted a video on au gratin potatoes, and I found out that I had a
She got copyright.
copyright strike. I'm like,
Even though she used copyright claim free music, guaranteed not to get copyright. She got a copyright. Because YouTube asshole.
let me see. Wait, 11 watching. Wait, how come I don't have mine on here?
How come I what?
Yeah, this phone's not working.
Doesn't work. Doesn't work.
How was your stuffed peppers yesterday?
Oh, they were the bomb. Really, really good. Really, really good. So, oh yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. When Pablo was the only one in there. But is it Sunday night or Monday morning for everybody? What else got hit? Just for talking political wise, like they're hitting anybody. Yeah, I know. It's freaking stupid, right? And actually, Monday, not this Wednesday coming up, but the following Wednesday, my strike gets removed. So, oh, it's still Sunday night for Charlie, right on. Oh yeah, because it's 8:30. Yeah, it feels later than it's only 8:30 here. It feels like it's like 11 o'clock at night. So, because Charlie's in, I think, Cali. Yeah, 11:30, 3 hours. Yeah.
So your wife makes stuffed peppers too, Charlie?
Yeah, stuffed peppers are so good. Stuffed peppers and stuffed cabbage. I remember my grandpa used to make stuffed cabbage. Really good stuff.
Yeah, he said he was going to make me some, but he hasn't yet. And I think
I don't have the recipe. I got to get a hold of Roger, my old roommate, because Stash wrote down the recipe for the stuffed cabbage when I lived with Roger a long time ago. I don't even know if Roger's still alive, because he was like almost 7 years old when I lived with him. And that was a while ago. So, and his son, that I was friends with, that's how I know Roger. We're not friends anymore. So, but I'm sure we could figure it out, though. It might not be the exact
there's
recipe,
this thing called YouTube where you can just get a whole bunch of different recipes.
But you know how when your whole life your grandpa, rest in peace, that isn't here anymore, it always made the best. Let's cut down on political talk. Yeah, I know, Garrett, you're right, and that kind of it sucks, but it's kind of what I've been doing lately. I mean, since I got that strike, that's why I do the Music Mayhem. and which I'm glad I did start doing that because I'm loving it. But the political wise kind of, and besides it's kind of to the point too where it doesn't matter what your political views are. Everyone already kind of, I mean, even if you're on one side or the other, most people get it. Or, it's like enough time has gone by, let's put it that way, that most people are like, yeah, okay. And the people that don't, then that's just a lost cause because there is no change in their mind anyway. So what's the point of trying? Sharon, aloha.
Hello, Sharon.
Oh no, sorry to hear that.
Oh no.
I hope you're all right.
Oh, hope you feel better. Hope you get a lot of rest. Oh my goodness, scary.
But yeah, too, Garrett, on that too. I don't know if it's on everyone's YouTube. But every time I go to my like homepage and I'm like scrolling, there's always that YouTube has that. Oh, let us show you. I'm afraid to even say the word. It's not my channel. Let us show you how to vote and mail-in ballot. Let us like learn more here. And it's like, stop showing me that crap. Like it's obvious what they're trying to do, but yeah. But I think after November,
Oh,
they'll stop
who-
being so hard on people. And
who said they're down for making Mondays karaoke night for Mondays? You guys gonna do karaoke night?
oh well, yes, I'm still not sure. Oh shit! And tomorrow's Monday. I got to figure that out soon. Because I was thinking about it yesterday. Because I'm not doing the Let's Talk About SEX.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. But we were thinking like karaoke or.
Yeah.
But to do the karaoke,
How do you do that?
you gotta have, and that's the thing with this laptop. If we try to share a screen, everything freezes up.
Oh.
So that's like on Tuesday,
Yeah.
Conspiracy Music shares screen and it works perfect. But if I were to try to share the same video, everything would freeze up. So we got to figure out how to get the karaoke thing to have all the songs, pick them, and then have the music play, and then.
That sounds like
So,
fun.
I don't know. Yeah,
Maybe
I definitely want to do it, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to figure it out
I'll keep sipping.
by 5 o'clock p.m. our time tomorrow.
Gabby, aloha.
Gabby the cat, aloha.
I'm not subscribed to you, but I will. Awesome.
Oh, huh?
Oh, it doesn't even, can't even do it.
Yeah, why is that your other phone?
Oh, this is Pablo.
Oh, you're under Pablo's.
Pablo. Oh, no wonder. Okay, let's see. I'm already subscribed to you. I was on Pablo's phone account.
That little pop up my screen, sir. Yep, exactly, Garrett. Hopium. What the hell is hopium?
Yeah, what is opium?
Is it like opium but smokable?
But she says she's sipping it. So is she?
Oh, hey, Charlie. I look back like it's supposed to be that. I'm like, is it? Oh no, it's just green.
Yeah, that's
is that an actual picture we took?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's the North Shore.
Because I have a couple that aren't pictures we took, but yeah, this one is a picture that Nina took.
Yeah,
So
I think that's the North Shore.
I can't remember what is that.
I don't.
Can't remember where that's at.
I think that's the North Shore.
Over by
Opium, aka Bolivian, in Trump's secret president. Yada yada. Those are that here. Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, I took it from one of our sunset videos. I just screenshotted it and I sent it to Steve. We have several in there.
Oh, I see. I get it now. I never heard that before, Garrett. That's what that means? It took me a second to catch on. Never heard that before, but I removed it.
Okay.
But now it makes sense. I just never heard that before. That's crazy. Oh, you haven't, Charlie? You want to hear a crazy story? Before I moved here, I never have either. I've never been here on vacation. Nothing. Actually, 2, 3, maybe 4 years tops before I did move here, my whole family went on vacation here, and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go to Hawaii in like a year," and da da da. And I was broke. I was struggling for money, and so anyway, my whole family went except me. I ended up house sitting for everyone. So everyone came on vacation, and then a few years later, a buddy of mine moved out here, and he's like, "Dude, I can get you a job." Da da da. And never been here in my life, and I was like, "Screw it." And I mean, it helped that I'm a plumber because skilled trade. But yeah, so I just picked up. I had a duffel bag with whatever I could fit in it, and I moved out here, and here I am. So never came to visit, never came on vacation, nothing. I just said, "Screw it," left everything behind and moved. And it worked out perfect. Folks who love hope when it's D-Day, instead of getting ready for Jesus to swoop and stomp ass. Folks who love hope when it's D-Day, instead of getting ready for Jesus. I never said I wasn't ready for Jesus. I'm Christian. Oh yeah, thanks, Charlie. Yes, and I would have never met this beautiful woman.
Surprising you never came to California. I mean to Hawaii before. You're so close. You're close, but there's an ocean away. But
Right, still over 2,000 miles away,
yeah,
but a lot of people from California out here. But I grew up in Detroit though, so I grew up in Detroit until I was 33. And then I moved. No, 30. I don't remember. 32 maybe. I'm not sure, but I moved here because, well, one, my buddy said, "I can get you a job at this company," and da da da. And so I took it. But then also I was like, yeah, I'm like, I was born and raised in Detroit, but nobody said I had to stay. So I took the chance. And before I met her, things were a little rough. And let's say if I didn't meet her and the way things did turn out that were happening in my life before I met her, I probably would be back in Detroit and in a bad spot. But instead, I'm still drug free, and all that other shit's behind me, and I'm a much happier person. So works out good.
I feel like
Yeah, true that, Charlie. Yeah, but Gabby the cat, there's demons everywhere. It doesn't matter what state or what city or even what country you're in. There's demons everywhere.
demons here too.
Yeah, they're here too. Yeah. But if you're speaking of like politically wise, then yeah, I know what you're saying. There's definitely a lot of them here then. Oh yeah, that's what I was getting at though, Charlie. You just reminded me because I just figured I can get lost just as quickly in the next town over from me as I can anywhere else in the world. That's so true. Because when I was growing up in Detroit, well, not growing up, when I was an adult in Detroit, I'd travel all the time. And when I was in between jobs, like plumbing and stuff, one time I worked for Murray's, which is now O'Reilly's, but I was part of the construction crew, and it's because they were transitioning from Murray's to O'Reilly's. So I worked in Chicago, Indiana, Ohio, and then every Monday I'd drive to wherever we were going for that week or for that month or whatever. And every Monday I drive there, every Friday I drive back to Detroit, stayed in a hotel. It was a fun job. I mean, we had a lot of fun. And then one time I lost my job well, I didn't lose it. I actually quit because of a plumbing company, and they were like really shady people, and I just couldn't do it anymore. So I quit, and I was about to lose my apartment. And I have family that lives in Grand Junction, Colorado. So I just packed up my car, and I gave my daughter's mom, but my daughter wasn't born at the time. But it was my daughter's mom at the time, but it wasn't my daughter's mom at the time. And I gave her the key to the apartment, and I'm like, hey, you can hang out here until they, change the locks or whatever. And I drove to Colorado. And it was the best road trip I ever had in my life. Hey, Mr. Bean. Aloha.
Hello, Mr. Bean, George.
Good to see you, brother.
He's in Kentucky, so that's really late. What is it like?
Either 5 hours or 6 hours. I'm not
Maybe
sure.
5 hours.
Well, plus the daylight savings is coming up. I know everyone's going to change their clocks pretty soon. We don't. I know Arizona and Hawaii are the only ones that don't do the daylight savings. So pretty soon, like right now in Michigan, it's 6 hours. But once the daylight savings, then it'll only be 5 hours. So 1:42 a.m.
Oh, okay. So it's
So 5 hours.
5 hours.
So when daylight saving comes, then you only be 40 hours. Search and destroy. Aloha.
Aloha, search and destroy. I might even see that here. How come I don't get that?
Charlie, I don't change my clock. I'm retired. That's the way to go, brother. That is the way. I like the way you think. I love the way you think, man. That's awesome. No, we didn't expect to come on today, Garrett. It was literally like 10 minutes before we came on.
Yeah.
I was like, shit, because it was a crazy day. I was like, oh, we didn't do the sunset. And, and I'm like, what's going on Nina's channel, because we're trying to help her get to 4,000 watch hours and build some subscribers too. And so literally I sent out the notification or whatever like 10 minutes before we came on. So it wasn't planned, last minute thing. And then we just figured, oh, if nobody shows up, then we'll just talk to ourselves for like half hour, 45 minutes and call it a night, like
type of spooky
no harm
stories.
Oh yeah.
You want to come up?
Who wants to come up and tell us? I like spooky stories.
Yeah, you just gotta do the right click and paste.
There you go. I don't want to come up and tell spooky stories. I'm down for that. See, I have never got on Twitch before yet. Or no, I have been on there like once or twice, but I just can't figure it out really. It's different.
Miss Bean went to the
Oh yeah, Mr. Bean went to the haunted house the other day.
yesterday, I
Was
think.
it yesterday?
Yeah, I was there, but I had to leave because I was going live. I didn't get to see it. Let me see, Mr. Bean.
Oh, the videos.
Oh, videos. And then
9 hours ago. 10
that-
hours ago.
oh, that was 3 days ago.
Wait, what's this one? 1 day ago.
But that wasn't a live one.
Hmm.
Stream,
Should be the last ones to play.
right? Videos.
Oh, here you go, live.
Oh, live. Okay. Oh, Mr. Bean, I thought
Yeah,
you were
what'd you
live
do? Did you take that?
yesterday.
I thought you had that live with they told me I could record and then they told, oh, are you serious? Those mother, this ain't my channel. I'm gonna try not to cuss.
That sucks.
Those son of a whole mother
Hey,
deal for real.
deal
Aloha.
for real. Oh, that sucks.
Man,
I
you
was
know
like-
what? I would. Oh yeah, sorry about that, man. That sucks. That makes me mad. Bunch of pricks. No, yeah, you can record. Oh no, you can't. Like, get the out of here, man. That bullshit.
Oh, that sucks. I didn't say that. I didn't say that video. It
I
made
think
me
the-
so mad. I deleted it. Oh, that sucks.
That makes me mad that they pull some shit like that, man. That's
Yeah. Ask Garrett. We were having dinner and he told us we had to leave.
yeah.
At Garrett's
That
birthday
one.
party.
We're eating dinner at. I'm not even gonna say the name of the place because I don't want to give them the time of the day. But yeah, that we were eating and all of a sudden it was a big bill. You know, they already like served the food too. And all of a sudden it was a big deal. And it's like, we're not recording anyone else. We're recording us, you idiots. And so we like took a few bites of the food and we were like, bye. And I slammed my beer. So
The Mexican
didn't pay for shit.
right? You had a free before that though, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they bought you another one.
Mm-hmm.
And I had one bite of my food. Oh man, that fish looks so good. Right, Garrett. That was Garrett and Hoot Owl's birthday party celebration.
I've been in a real haunted house. In the middle of the house, there was a hallway, and with all the doors closed in the hallway, there were shadows on the walls that weren't hard. Oh, that's creepy, man. If you weren't like in a haunted house, like Halloween type shit, and that was, oh, I gotta be honest, I would piss myself and probably shit myself a little bit. But last time I was in an actual haunted house, I think I was, I think I was 19 years old. Yeah, I was 19 years old because I remember me and my ex-girlfriend went to, it was one of the times I went to jail and I got out and I got $450 back because they found me innocent, even though I spent like 3 or 4 days in jail or in county or whatever. And at the same time, I won like $500 in scratch-off tickets. So, and this was 20 something years ago. So I had like pretty much $1,000, which was a lot of money. And it's like, oh, what do you want to do? And drinking age in Canada is 19 instead of 21. So we went to Niagara Falls on the Canada side. Mr. Bean.
Hey, I'll turn. Well, I'll leave it on there. Shit. Everybody knows I don't wear a shirt. Man, I broke my phone that night. They wouldn't let me record after they told me, and I supposed to went to a car show the next day. Someone died in the car show, and they had it the day before. It's like, oh, okay, all right. I got bad luck. All right, that's how it is. My phone's all cracked. It looked like spider web. I keep trying to wipe it off. I can't. Man, some luck. Then I
Damn,
decided
no
to go
kidding.
to a haunted school that is falling down, and then they tore the school down. I said, "What's going on, gun?" Man, I got some bad luck.
Really? Wow. Hey, rescue. Aloha.
Hey, Aloha Rescue. Yeah, that sounds like some full moon type of shit.
I
When
know I
things
got
like that
something wrong.
happen.
I know. All in 3 hours, I found out that car show haunted house was a bust, and I broke my phone.
Jeez.
Yeah, you got your little bottle. I got my little 20 ounce, 2 liters, but I call it a 20. Big as I am, and my beautiful hair day.
Mr. Nina Nina. Are you Mr. Nina Nina?
What's up, Tennessee Ridge Runner? Yeah, even on my channel he comes in, or even in chat for other people's channels when I say aloha to everyone, and he'll in Tennessee Ridge Runner be like, "Hey, Mr. Nina Nina, what's up, man?"
That's the story.
Yeah. Wow, Mr. Bean, George, you just had a bad week, huh?
Just
It is.
one bad day is all I had. Actually, 2 days. 2 days is bad. Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't go nowhere but Saturdays and Sundays. Mondays and Fridays, I pretty well stay at home and isolate in my bedroom.
There's Ronnie. Hey, Ronnie York is Ronnie Cash,
Ronnie York is Ronnie Cash. Roll.
Ronnie.
but yeah, the one I went to is when I was 19, and me and my ex-girlfriend ended up going to Niagara Falls on the Canada side because 19 is the legal drinking age there, and I'm thinking this is gonna be the boringest. I think we went for like almost a week, but basically I was like, this is gonna be the boringest week of my life because like, what are we gonna do? Show up and be like, yep, there's the falls, and now what? But I didn't realize there was so much shit to do. We went in this haunted house, and holy shit, it scared the living shit out of me, man. I was scared. I was like freezing up. I'm like, whoa. And I knew in my head, I'm like, dude, it's fake. Like none of this is real. Like, but it seems so real. It really messed with your head. I was 19 too at the time, so
I'm trying to put it back up, but I can't.
put what back up?
The link may. Oh, there it is.
Oh, the link.
If they want to come on, rescue or Ronnie.
Oh yeah, you gotta. Here we go.
I never really been to an haunted house. I was
You
one of
haven't?
those. No, I was
Do
one of
they even
those.
have them out here? I don't know if I ever.
I'm one of those who don't like to go to carnival rides, and I'm scared.
I'm gonna try to set up something. I'm gonna go talk to some friends where I know there's something haunted because I used to live there, and I know the owner and I know the guy who's running it now. But what's my odds on it? I couldn't tell you. Way my luck is, it's been crappy anyway. But I'm gonna go check it out, and I know there's something there. If an air compressor could come on and it's unplugged, there's something in the damn building.
What? Oh my gosh, that is scary.
You hear kids talking. This is 3 o'clock in the morning. There's nothing outside. There's nothing in the building. Explain that one. And I used to live in this place. It's creepy, but I loved it. God, I loved it.
Yeah, that is creepy because I think I creep myself out sometimes, even though I haven't been to an actual haunted house or an actual haunted building, or I may have been and just didn't know it was haunted, but I think about that stuff all the time because I don't know if it was a ghost I seen before or what it was I seen, but I seen something when I was in my early 20s, and that shit's still in my brain. Like whatever that was, man, that I'll never forget that image. It was just
Oh, no, you won't. I've seen all kinds of shit in my lifetime. I went to a mental hospital 2 years ago, and this nurse came in and said, "George, are you okay?" I said, "You see this shadow here on the wall? Yeah, show me where it's at out here." She kept looking at it. She looked outside. She looked at it. She said, "Let's get the hell out of here." I said, "This is the shit I see all my life." And she said, "Don't tell the doctors and nurses that." Oh, I said, "Ain't you a nurse?" "Yes." "Well, don't tell the rest of them that. And she was freaked out. She got the hell out of there. I got to stay in there. That's my little mental hospital for 72 hours. Well, they kept me longer than 72 hours. I'm really fucked up in my head, though, but excuse my language.
Yeah, well, that's what my doctor told me too, but I don't believe a word he says. So they put me in one of those for like 2 days, and then they switched me over to a drug rehabilitation place when I was like 17, and it's like, and then they tell me everything I need to know. They tell me everything I need to know about being a drug addict and an alcoholic. So then when I got out, I went and became one.
Yeah. I keep asking for a marijuana patch, but they wouldn't give me one.
Right?
Ronnie, this is not the first time. I was on your panel like a month ago. I keep going from chat to camera, knocking me out. You see me before. You probably see me with a shirt on. I don't think it's going to make much difference, but.
Now he's been on my channel several times.
Or just different angle or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's that dang on light. You ever seen a light with a remote control? Check this bad boy out. Look at
He
this.
said he's old, George. He's like 198 years old.
197 years old.
For my camera or my light up there, it's like, man, that's lazy people.
See, if you had a
yeah, our light.
I don't feel bad, Ronnie. I am too. I'm getting there. I'll be 52, and I don't know where today is. What's today? The 24th. I got a couple more days.
Couple more days? It's for what? Is it your
for
birthday?
my birthday, and then I'm gonna hide. I ain't gonna go on live. I ain't gonna go hang out anywhere.
You're gonna be.
I have to say happy birthday early or late because I'm not
Gotta
going to
sing
be
happy
on.
birthday to you.
Ronnie's 197. Wow.
Yeah.
But here's a story about lights, because you're talking about lights with the remote control. So in our bedroom, I got a new ceiling fan, and I didn't know it when I bought the ceiling fan and the light, but it's a remote control, and that's the only, like, you can't control it from the wall switch. I didn't know that when I got it. So I'm like, all right. So then I mounted the remote control right above the existing light switch so that,
because I lose everything.
yeah, because she said it. I wasn't gonna go there, but joyful Aloha.
Okay,
So I hooked it up and everything.
I'll hit something.
But here's the thing with mine.
Hold on, he's gonna.
Oh, see, ours doesn't do that.
Oh, disco lights, huh?
Ours is just a ceiling fan and regular lights.
And it's normal light. It's annoying as hell because if I'm not paying attention, I'm asleep. My hand smacks it because it's on the floor next to the bed. Damn light comes on, change colors, and I'm in there trying to sleep. And it's like, what the hell is this damn remote at?
Well, that's so the thing with ours, because ours, I go in and I'll hit the light, or I'll hit the on button, and the light will come on, and then 3 seconds later it'll turn off. And I also put this up right after my sister passed away, like 2 years ago. So then I'm like, all right, Stacy, quit messing with me, And then it does it, and then she thinks I just hooked it up wrong. So I went in one day and I took it back down and made sure that all the wires were right and made sure that I didn't like hook up a wrong wire, whatever, and it still does it. And I'll go like what it does it the most is when I'm gonna go to sleep and the light's on and I reach over and like turn the light off, turn it off. I get back in bed, and as soon as I get comfortable, light comes back on.
Wow.
But my sister had that kind of sense of humor too, like, ha, you just got comfortable, and but she doesn't think that. She thinks that I still wired it wrong, but
I don't know. You'd be surprised on small stuff like that. You really do. I mean, God, I wish I could get it. place to stay the night on that motorcycle place where I used to live. If I get on there and I could go live, I know I could go live. If I can stay the night, I'll let y'all check out some creepy stuff. I mean, plumb fucking creepy. I mean, that building is creepy. I got married and I brought my wife in there just to stay a couple nights. And she didn't believe in none of that stuff. But she got up and took off. She says, I don't want no more of that building.
Change your mind real quick, right?
Building is creepy, boy. I mean, creepy.
Yeah, definitely change your mind real fast with that, right?
Oh, no, I like that kind of stuff.
No, me too. I like it. I like it. But when I'm actually in the moment, I'm like, I turn into a little bitch, like real quick. I'm like, okay, I'm scared, man. Just shit, dude.
But it's like the girl who took me to the library, that haunted library, where she says she's been touched. I said, let me get my ghost box out. I said, can y'all say Linda? And I stuck it on airplane mode. There's no Wi-Fi, no nothing. That phone is dead. Linda. They said my name, said my nephew's name, said his wife's name. And she was freaking out. She said, oh, no, you got to turn that off. I love that stuff. I love it. Because I'm always around it. And plus, I used to be a grave digger, too. I don't think that helped much, but digging by hand, I like grave digging. $165 to put you in the ground. Okay, I'll do that. Oh, yeah. I don't know. People always call me creepy. I don't know why. I don't go nowhere. Don't do much. It's mostly my family, I think.
Look at that. I'm on my channel and I go here.
Damn, 8 people.
Right.
Joyful.
I went in there. Oh, it said I wasn't subscribed to myself. I don't know. All of a sudden I am. But it's kind of weird.
See, because we're talking about creepy stuff.
Yeah.
Talk about creepy stuff and creepy stuff happens.
I know. I used to go to this lady's house and she could tell when I was coming over. And if I was anywhere near her neighborhood, the pictures will fall off. If I come over, the light bulbs will blow.
What?
She said, you got to stop coming around, dude. My bulbs are blowing. My pictures are falling off the wall. You got to stay the hell away from me. And I, okay, not a problem.
Wow. That's like,
I don't know. I think there's something following me. I really do. I think there's something attached to me. I don't know why I think that, but it just, you could feel it. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, absolutely. There really could be, because if there was like at one point in your life, if like if you opened a door or something and not realized it, but there's like, I don't know, I've kind of looked into this stuff, but you could let like demons or ghosts or whatever into your life. Like if you heard a knock or something and you open the door and no one's there, like that would be inviting that demon or ghost or whatever it be in, and then they could be attached to you. And I mean, that could have happened 20 years ago. Who knows?
Oh, yeah.
You know? So, I mean, it really could be, because I do watch a lot of like spooky shit. I don't know why I'm interested in it, but that's why if I hear some shit knock at the door, I'm looking through the window and I'm like, ain't nobody there. I'm not opening that motherfucker. Hell no.
I got something knocking on my window and I'm 2 stories off the ground. What the hell keeps knocking at my window?
Yeah, there's something attached to you. There's definitely, you definitely opened the door. At some point in your life, I think you opened the door for something or someone, and they're attached to you. And I don't know how to get rid of it, though.
Oh, I don't want to get rid of it. Let it stay. All it does is make me depressed all the time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My echo. Hello.
Oh, God,
It's not me. Okay. Just making sure.
Pablo thinks he just took over. He took over my chair to begin with. Now he thinks he took over the whole couch. The whole couch? Really? The whole couch?
What's up, Rob?
Hey, Too Tall Rob. Aloha.
No kidding, Charlie. Imagine how many people freaked out when we played Ding Dong Ditches. Yeah, I played that. I remember playing that. Too tall.
I don't know what is Ding Dong Ditch.
It's when you just run up to someone's door and
Oh.
then take off.
Yeah.
They call it something different in Detroit, but I'm not going to repeat that.
And I always want a hearse for a car, but I could never
Oh
get
my
one.
goodness.
Well, people are just dying to get in.
Just trying to get in.
I want to put a little waterbed coffin back here, something I can lay down on when I go camping or something. That'd be cool. Hell, you think a cop's going to knock on that door? Hell no, he's going to stay the hell away. Get me a bottle of Jack Daniels, pour it out, and put me some sweet tea in it, stick it over there on the wall. Because I don't drink alcohol, I might as well dump it out, put some sweet tea in it, and make it look good.
I saw you drinking the RC Cola a couple of days ago, and I haven't seen one of those in a long time. I don't think we have them here.
I haven't seen, they did in Detroit, but yeah, it's been a long time since.
Went back to
Oh
bed.
yeah, I drink RC every once in a while.
Much love, Ronnie. Oh shit, the mouse doesn't work. Much love,
Thanks,
Ronnie York.
Have a good night, Ronnie.
Love you, brother.
See you,
And
Ronnie.
in here is a very, very short man. A man of many critters that run around his house. Oh, did I say short? I'm sorry. Everybody, welcome to Tall Rob. There we go.
Yeah, scary story. Too tall. How's the weather out there?
I think the
we're
demons got
doing.
him
How
already.
you doing?
Hey, Too Tall.
There we go. Is my microphone working now?
Yep,
Yep.
it's working.
It's working.
Cool.
Great.
How you been, brother?
Still good. Check 2 4. Check.
Yep, you're good.
Cool. I don't know, man. I just had a piece of pie and ice cream.
Nice.
I woke up to go pee and get a cup of coffee and go back to bed, and I seen that pie and seen that ice cream, and yeah, I'm smoking one, and I'm heading back to sleep. But I seen you up, and I said, hi.
Awesome, man. Awesome.
I could go back to sleep after drinking coffee again. No.
So
That's funny,
nighttime
though.
memories, huh? Is that the topic?
Yeah, well, it was a last minute thing because we didn't get a chance to do the sunset tonight.
I heard something about the ding dong ditch. Well, being Halloween time and Halloween memory story, back when I was a youngin' in grade school playing basketball, 8th grade, the team across the river, the coach had a Volkswagen Bug that wound up on the porch of his house Halloween morning.
Somehow
About
nobody
half a
knows how.
dozen of us or so, we maneuvered that car up on his porch. It was kind of funny. They had my dad with the lumberyard bring a forklift to remove the Volkswagen Bug from the porch.
Wow. That's funny. But he must have been pissed off.
Yeah, I'm trying to visualize. I gotta visualize everything. Was it like one of those big porches, like Like when you walk on your front porch, you got room for like rocking chairs
Oh
and stuff.
no, just a little small piece of crap house with a porch and the entry to the porch just wide enough to put a Volkswagen in it and turn it sideways so you can't open the door or slide it back off the porch without carefully maneuvering it.
That is good. Oh, that's funny as hell.
That would be a
That's
nightmare.
just that we kind of laughing about when we heard it. We
Right?
heard about they had to remove it and everything. None of us kids saw them remove it. You know, we all heard. We were in school. Anyway, I'm like, gee, you think, you know, half a dozen of them adults could undo what a half a dozen of us kids did without any equipment.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. They're pulling forklifts out and shit, and it's like, we ain't using all forklifts.
I wonder if I can dig around. I don't even know if the newspaper's still around, if it's even, but the picture made the newspaper, the bug on the porch, and everybody's like Halloween pranks or some shit.
I was gonna say if it happened today, it would go viral right now. But back then, they didn't have
Yeah.
camera phones.
I tell you what, I'm glad we didn't have these camera phones when I was a kid. I mean, can you imagine all the things I did just to, hey, look at this, watch me do this, you know, handlebar going off a ramp like Evil Knievel with no hands and no feet. And, yeah. Well, if I had one of them camera things and had one of them photographers and TikTok and trying to make videos, I don't think I'd have made it to 16. But yeah, take a look at my shorts I put up tonight, Nina.
Okay.
Not my underwears, but my YouTube videos, my shorts.
Not my short.
I kind of feel weird telling these girls, yeah, Too Tall Rod, man, check out my shorts. That's a pretty good line. That is a pretty good line at the grocery store and Walmart. You know, hey girl, check me out on YouTube. Look at my shorts.
You'll be like, perfect.
Creepy old man with a minivan. What the hell? Oh, I've done heard all the shit. Yeah. I'm like, man. Hey,
Yeah. Well,
I think I'm about 4 or 5 days in on procrastinating on putting a new radiator in my minivan.
wait.
You put a radiator in your minivan?
Was Mr. Bean, were you saying something? I'm sorry.
I got a
Am I
Dodge
hearing-
minivan. I need to replace the
Sorry.
radiator.
Oh.
I've been procrastinated about 5 days now.
Is that Diamond barking? Diamond.
Yeah, always
that's Diamond bark.
But
It's
Joyful,
always
are you
Diamond.
Joyful? Are you
No
talking
other
about
dog in this
yesterday's
house.
when we went live on my channel before we went live on Nina's channel?
Yeah, I think so.
That was a last second thing too.
Tag. Filming today showing
But,
Steve on a job, I think. Gorilla style.
But
video.
Mr. Bean, I swear I'm not sure. Were you just saying something a second ago?
Well, there's no telling.
No,
If you heard something now, it might not have been me. It might have been something else. Who the hell knows?
my head's playing tricks with me then, man. Because
He's
Y'all
got.
hear
swear I was
something
hearing it.
else besides my voice? I know there's something here.
All right, well, I have tinnitus too, so my ears just could be ringing too loud, and I'm like, I swear I heard something.
Do you have to sleep with a fan on?
Yeah, oh yeah, all the time. Yep, all the time. I bought a size fan too, and it's not even for the fan; it's just for the noise.
Yeah.
So, because the quieter it gets, the louder the ringing gets. It sucks.
I like the little red bird.
Yeah, that's the old cardinal.
We got a bunch of those around here. A bunch of them. You don't see too many Blue Jays anymore like you used to, but
Yeah.
Thanks,
Oh,
Simon.
Oh, really, Diamond?
ain't too much.
That's cool that
I bought
Diamond
these.
says that because Nina's always been saying too about like my work and how I should do more videos on like plumbing and stuff.
heck
So
yeah,
that
that's
might be the way to
interesting
do
stuff.
it.
Yeah, I can help you.
So if she like goes with me on jobs like that, and yeah, that's
How
awesome,
you doing
Diamond.
on tripod, Steve?
On tripods?
Yeah.
What do you mean tripods?
For your
Like,
telephone camera.
Yeah.
oh yeah, like gimbals and stuff. Yeah, we got.
No, tripod.
Well,
I got
Well,
a
we got.
tripod. That's what this camera's sitting on.
I have
Yeah.
this one. It's
Yeah.
also a selfie stick, but I didn't get it for the selfie stick. But can you see it?
Oh, that's a baby one too, isn't it?
And
Yeah.
it's long, but it's very flimsy when you put it up.
Yeah, the more you stretch it out,
Yeah.
but then we got another one that's taller and more sturdy.
Now, yeah, you
Then I
can
have
twist
my.
it, and I think it might tighten it up some. But yeah, you got some variables. That's why you had the tripod effect, because your brace legs are further apart. No, I've got a few extra tripods that I find at the thrift store cheap. Look at the bird
Well,
go
then we
cheap,
got the
cheap,
gimbal
cheap.
too. Where I'm gonna grab another beer anyway, so
gotta
I'll grab the gimbal
go
too
to
and
the
show you
I'm
that.
6'5" and my stand is probably 6'3". I mean, it's perfect for me.
Yeah, I've got some. I think they're 70 inches. I forget. I just, they come up past my elbow.
Yeah, too
But
tall.
hey, Nina, I was at the Aldi's grocery store the other day,
Uh-huh.
and I got these cowboy potatoes. They got the red ones and the brown ones and the yellow ones. And they even got some that are like dark red or black or something, burgundy black.
Yeah.
I got some of them, and guess what else they had at the store?
What did they have?
Coffee. Maple pumpkin or maple pecan pie coffee.
Wow. Wow. I
I
like.
bought the whole fucking case. I bought every bag in the house.
Wow. And did you try it?
Well, yeah. Before I got out of the store, I told the manager, I said, "You just really trying to bust me up with this hazelnut, huh?" I gave her a bunch of grief when they didn't have no hazelnut.
Right.
And then somehow or another, somebody knows where I live, and there's a case of that coffee on my porch, and my security camera didn't even pick up who dropped it off. I was like, that's weird. But anyway, I kind of suspect she might have did it. But anyway, I got all that coffee. I told her I was heading out the door. I bought the whole case. She goes, I didn't know if you like that kind or not. I seen that on the inventory. And I says, oh, I think it's worth giving a try. I said, I kind of feel bad that ain't nobody else going to be able to give it a try. But hey, don't think I don't love you. And I gave her one of them bags of coffee I just bought.
That's surprising you bought the whole thing. But I mean, I know you tried it in the store, but sometimes they make it taste a lot better. When you bring it home, you're like kind of disappointed. Like they have
Yeah.
samples at Costco and stuff, and it tastes good. And when you get home, it's like, this doesn't taste like what it was supposed to be, But good for
Yeah, it
you.
ain't all it's cracked up to be.
Right.
What really pissed me off was those sausage gravy Lay's potato chips.
Oh, wow. Lay's potato chip did that at one point. They made all these different flavors, ketchup and biscuit and gravy.
This is the gimbal I got.
Oh, that's kind of gimbal I gave away.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
it
couldn't
like
figure out how
goes,
to work
and
that damn thing. That's so annoying.
I got the attachments too, so I can have a light and a microphone or whatever. And then if
Yeah.
you're like going and it goes off focus, you just double click the thing and it automatically
Yeah, I
goes.
mean, now when you're at the beach, do you have a tripod or something to use on that?
No, it
No,
is.
well, this too also
Yeah, you just got
raises.
your little steady tripod. Yeah.
And but then we have another tripod, not the one she just showed, but it's thicker and more durable and sturdy. So, and then that one goes
Like 4 feet.
because I'm 6'2", and yeah, it goes around a little over 4 feet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've got
you gave one of
tripods
these
I
away,
found at the
Mr.
thrift
Boone?
store that are 70 inches. Dog.
Y'all know who American Amy is?
Of course.
Okay, well, I gave her the gimbal.
Really? You gave it?
Awesome.
Is it because
Yeah,
you
I
didn't
just
like
gave
it? Or?
her. She's the only one I know. Every time she goes out, she shakes. I couldn't figure out how to get the
She
damn
could
thing to
use
work.
it.
I gave it to her.
Well,
Thank you,
that's
George.
funny because Nina has, when she uses, I don't know what
No,
she's doing,
go
but
lay
when
down.
she uses it, she's like, it just went, goes all weird.
I
And
call it goes limp.
I'm like, it doesn't do it to me. I don't understand. But so yeah, Nina doesn't like this either.
I don't either, man.
Well,
They're
I thank you for the gift of the gimbal, George. One of these days I'll have to get around to it, get your address, and send you some apple fritters from Kansas, man.
All right.
She sure had
my
me
logo
bounce
on
around.
Facebook. I think Steve's got my. I think he's on my Facebook. I think.
Yeah. I noticed some of that stuff, but when Amy started, I had to take Dramamine to watch her live stream. I'd get car sick.
All right. I think I used to. Hell, I don't know. I can't remember who's on my Facebook and who's not. I
haven't.
don't do Facebook.
I don't know how to do
Oh,
emails, and I don't
I don't
understand
know.
emails. That's why I go to Sucky Facebook, and I can do it that way. If I wanted someone to talk to, and I feel bad or depressed, I got someone I could call instead of going to the mental hospital every damn time.
I don't go on
like taking
Facebook
pills.
that often, so I'm trying to see if I just went on Facebook right now for like the first time in a couple months. So, search. Here we go.
Like I don't Facebook. I mean, I have it because I have grandkids and people, family members, my mom, so, but I don't
I haven't
like
even got my nephews
or anything like
on
that.
Facebook. I don't have nobody on my Facebook besides YouTube
Yeah.
and a few kids that I used to babysit years ago, and that's about it. That's all I got on my Facebook.
Hey, you guys, Steve, George, look in the private chat. I left a number for you. Shoot me a text afterwards. Yeah, shoot me a text afterwards. Steve, if you want to shoot me a text, I got a couple of these tripods I'd like to send you.
Oh, okay. You're writing it down.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
certainly.
pop me a text with the name on it and
Hang on,
a
I gotta
mailing
get
address.
Let me go get a piece of paper.
And rest assured, from my cold dying hands, will anybody get anybody's information from me? I don't play that shit.
Yeah, I don't give nobody phone numbers.
Yes, I already have it.
Yeah. I think you're saying he's Thank you, Search and Destroy.
But yeah, George, if you need to holler at somebody sometimes, man, you can pester me. Sometimes I'm still up. Just don't call me when I'm napping.
All right. That's awful hard to do, but if you call me back, then I know. If you don't answer, I know you're napping, and I'll hang up.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only time. Usually I'll call back about 5 minutes later. I was in the bathroom taking a piss.
Because
Yeah.
Too Tall is what state?
I can't remember. What state you in, Utah?
Kansas.
Kansas.
Okay, so and Mr. Green is in Kentucky. So is that
It's pretty easy to remember if you can
I
remember
my phone
apple
number until I
fritters.
call someone. I mean, I don't
If
even
you
know
can
it.
remember apple fritters, and you can remember Little Apple, I'm in the Little Apple of Kansas, Manhattan, Kansas.
I don't even know my damn phone number.
Oh, Search and Destroy is in Idaho.
I had to go get my sister's phone just to know my damn phone number.
That's sweet though. Search and Destroy
Yeah.
country, because country boys are the shit, man. For real.
Idaho.
I grew up in
Potatoes.
Detroit, and then I moved to Ohio for a little bit, and I found out real quick that country boys are a lot fucking tougher than city boys. Cause
Oh yeah, yeah, those skinny ones at the feed store. Yeah, don't play with those kids, man. They
right. Like
them
seriously,
tall
man.
skinny fuckers, man. Shit.
In the hood, you're just like you're street tough, and most of the time you're playing dirty. But and country boys, man, they can wrestle, they can fight. And they're strong, fucking really strong.
Cornbread fed.
Those boys, they didn't know what to take of me out here. I mean, even with my screwed up back, I'd get out there on that hay team, walking beside the hay truck, throwing up hay bales on the truck, somebody stacking them. It was like, my turn of rotation come to get up and stack, and I go, fuck that stacking shit, man. I'll stay on the ground. I'd rather grab them and pitch them. They're sitting there bitching, hey, man, why don't we just leave you to where you're throwing on one side to get them all the way up? And I'm like, okay.
Those bells are not lights either.
No. If you're doing straw, we got 40-pound bales.
We moved 198 bales from Kentucky to Louisiana for a lady, and then we got to come all the way back to pick up 198 more bales and take it back to her, just for her horses.
Bells.
I think we had 800 we had 1,200 trees we could put on a 53-foot trailer. I used to drive a truck from Columbia, Missouri to what the hell was that? That place where Heat of the Night video was made, that movie with Archie Bunker down there in Georgia or Savannah, Georgia or somewhere, North Carolina.
That in years.
Scat Pack. What's up, Scat Pack?
Spartanburg, North Carolina, I believe it was. Went there to get Christmas trees.
Backpack.
Tell you what, that's a good investment too, as far as land is going. Christmas trees and selling them. Of course, you can always grow broccoli sticks. Smoking broccoli sticks.
Thank you, Search Destroy. I was when I was done with the video and afterwards, Search and Destroy, I thought maybe mushrooms would have been good with that too. But then it would have been just like our video we did recently, the one with the what was the one we just did?
Nina, do you have a device you can look at my YouTube shorts?
YouTube shorts.
Not your shorts, but you.
Yeah. I put up 2 videos tonight, a date with a bowl.
I put up 3 videos today, a small ones, it's because of the fall weather, the leaves coming in and stuff.
Look at that bowl with the chicken and taters in it and tell me what I forgot.
Too tall, raw.
I don't understand this mouse thing. We have a mouse problem.
Wait.
This kind of a mouse problem.
Oh, I'm about to say, get you a BB gun.
You know, like it doesn't. I don't. It like jumps all over the place. So we have to do the laptop.
So 212, is it?
Take a cotton ball and clean your lens and blow on it.
Yeah.
Make sure you ain't got any dirt up in there,
Oh,
and
Too Tall.
maybe refresh your batteries.
Is it Too Tall or Too Tall Rob Live? Too Tall Rob or Too Tall Rob Live?
Live.
Okay.
Just call him Rob.
Because I think that's both of you, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so you
the
have,
Too Tall Rob and Too Tall
Yeah,
Live
but
is
I'll
me.
get barking to be
The
rusty.
Hoogie Cannoli motherfucker, that's my troll.
okay, so you have the apple, the pie and ice cream, and then the second one is
Yeah, the second one.
make me big. Can you
Uh-oh.
see it?
I'm trying.
I don't know how we can
there
do
we
this
go.
to where we can just
Well, that's the thing. If I go over to YouTube and share screen, then everything freezes up.
like
Because until we get a new laptop.
Yeah,
So,
don't worry about share screening it.
there
I
you
was
go.
just telling Nina to take a look at that bowl and tell me what I forgot.
is that what it is?
There's
Shit.
I don't
oh
see
yeah,
nothing.
that black potato. You know
Yeah.
that thing's black on the inside or dark purple, whatever.
I
It's
never
like,
seen one.
whoa,
What the hell kind of potato is that?
yeah,
Never seen it like that.
it's just as dark on the inside. I forgot the sweet peppers.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was good too.
That looks good. Wow.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
ate
throw a
well.
bunch of shit in the pot and let it cook for 3 hours.
There's a big ass burger.
Steak
Tall
burger.
Rob. It looks so
Yeah.
yummy.
Yeah, look at Steve over here. He goes, "Oh yeah, that looks
I
good."
think that had an egg on
I
it
gotta
too,
see it
didn't it?
too. I gotta see it too.
Look at
I
that.
gotta look at there. Oh, that does look good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the egg on there and cheese.
Right? That looks like a half a
Damn.
pound of burger, ground beef,
I'll tell you what, Too Tall eats like a king, man.
right?
Yeah, that's steak burger. That's farm fresh Kansas steak burger. $5 a pound.
I could cook a pound burger. Hell, shrink.
I can get steak or I can get buffalo meat at he went up to $8 a pound on that. His roast are $6 a pound.
That's a good idea. I know where a bunch of buffaloes and bison are at. I think I'm gonna see if my friend want to go record it.
Yeah.
I'll record it and stick it on my channel.
I thought about making video of smoking that buffalo tongue and the buffalo tongue and beans that I made. I was like, nah, YouTube probably call that inappropriate and strike my channel or some bullshit. And guess what, buddy of mine made a video the other day. He's sitting there with his minivan pumping gas and smoking a cigarette. He says, yeah, pumping gas and smoking cigarettes. You know, just a fucking 1 minute video of him pumping gas and smoking a cigarette. Like, oh, fuck, there goes that channel.
Right? Oh gosh.
Oh, this dude got fired from, I think it was McDonald's. Yeah, they had the pulled pork sandwiches or something going on. And he come into work one day, says, yeah, you know, we get to eat up here at McDonald's, you know, us workers and shit. He said, this is what I like to eat. He took one of them chicken nuggets and went and dipped it in that tub of pulled pork meat and dipped that chicken nugget, got a bunch and oh, this is good. You know, like cross-contamination fuckery in the back of McDonald's. Yeah, he got fired quick. TikTok video.
Oh,
Hey, man, how come you lost your job? Oh, I made a TikTok video at McDonald's. I'm a YouTube baller.
Unemployed YouTube baller.
Yeah, he's
That's
a real
funny.
good guy, man. Check this guy out. He does tour. He'll go visit a cemetery. He'll find somebody special that's dead, like Elvis or somebody, and he'll show you the cemetery and maybe take you to where they lived or where they got shot or whatever, and tell the story behind it. That name of that channel is called Lamont at Large.
At large.
And he also has another channel called Black Bigelow.
Lamont.
You'll see the same face on both channel names. But Lamont is one hell of a dude, man. He's sitting there broke down up in New York City, and I'm sitting there scratching about to take an airplane and fly up there and go help his ass.
Yes,
He needs a radiator in his van and needs a motor mount on it.
That's pretty good. So yeah, I see it.
Yeah, almost a 500,000 subs.
Gross comedian Greg.
Yeah, Lamont's real cool, man. He did a live stream tonight, man. It had about 500 people up in there.
Damn.
I guess I ain't pretty enough to be a moderator for him, but I talk to him on the phone a lot. Telling him about doing panels, and he was asking about how to do it. And I was telling him about StreamYards and shit.
Oh yeah, Garrett's talking about ACAL.
But Lamont did a story here a while back. This dude killed his dad.
Where'd it go?
Lamont did a story here a while back. This kid that killed his dad.
Y'all hear me?
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you, Ben. You there?
His phone was cracking up.
Oh, his phone's cracking. So yeah,
I'll tell you the story about Lamont real quick.
The only word, Garrett.
Yeah.
ACAL.
Can you hear me, Steve?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Go ahead.
Okay. Lamont did a story here a while back. He had an inmate in Ohio prison call him on a cell phone and did an interview on live stream, YouTube. This kid killed his dad. It was a hell of a story. I was like, wow, man, this is cool, man. YouTube call-in talk show with prisoners behind the wall. Now, being an inmate, I could appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you had a calling show basically, and you were talking. No shit, that is.
Well, he arranged this one. He heard this story about this dude that got shot. I don't know if he did a story about it or what. But anyway, somehow or another, the inmate got a hold of Lamont, and that was a great video or some shit. And anyway, they arranged that they'd call in for the talk show, and then he's done a couple other shows where inmates just called on the prison phone and had their conversation, telling their story. It's pretty cool shit, man. This one kid, his dad, he was a bad dad, and sending him to his maker was probably a good thing as far as any community service action.
Hey Rob, I called that number. That number doesn't exist.
What?
It doesn't exist. I just called. Something happened to me, and I decided, okay, I'll start all over. Before I start all over, I called your number, and it doesn't exist.
Might be because I ain't got it on.
Oh, okay. It might exist, then I'll keep it.
That's funny.
Oh, you talking about the one he put in private chat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, because I've gotten messages from Too Tall from that same number before. So
Okay, cool.
Is that
All
the
right,
same
just
number?
making sure.
Yeah, yeah. Because
Is
when I
that the
type
same
in number,
number?
Yeah, it was
yep.
the same number.
Because
I sent it again. Is that the right one?
when I punched in the numbers, your name popped up, and then I went to it, and I had
Yeah.
plenty of text messages from you before from that number. So
Yeah. I figured you broke your phone or something. I ain't heard from you in a minute, or damn, dropped your
no,
phone in the toilet somewhere.
no.
In the ocean.
But real quick though, Garrett's absolutely 100% correct
Okay.
on
It's
Adam
really-
Calhoun
just
apparel.
didn't go
'Cause
through.
those
Okay.
are the socks I wear, and those are the only socks I will wear. I bought like 8 or 9 pairs already, and I got a few shirts from them. But yeah, it's all made in America. So yeah, ACal's definitely his merchandise is definitely made in America and good shit.
Okay, Nina, I got a question. I just seen your poll there. I said, did I hit the button? I said, no. But now that I'm reaching over to hit the button, I'm thinking, well, I said no. So do I not hit the button now or what? I'm confused.
Nah, you still hit it.
Mosquito.
Okay, I can hit it. Okay, good.
Yeah, you still hit it. You still hit
I
it.
didn't want to fuck
You
up the
did
poll,
that.
but I noticed it was like I voted no and it still said 100% on your votes.
But you know what? That just means you're being honest. You're like, no, I didn't hit it yet.
Well,
But
no,
I'm going to.
I
I
guess that
didn't
gave
get
me
it
the
either. I didn't even notice you even got one up there.
well, my whole vote is a 90 or 10%. Oh shit! Somebody dogged me down to 9%. Yeah. Boy, the one day my vote was worth more than one vote, 1%. Now it's going down from 10 to 9. Oh shit!
Oh, well, I'm gonna go on
Now,
Pablo.
what happens if I hit the thumbs down button?
You're gonna get kicked out. Just kidding.
Oh,
No, nothing's gonna happen. You're just gonna say you didn't like it because you were on there. You were on the panel. Just kidding.
another angel gets its wings. Oh no, another plumber gets a new pipe wrench. Oh, hell yeah. I had raccoon eating a Tootsie Roll the other day, one of the miniatures, about a 4-bite. That was funny. He sit there, got his nose to the air. Nyang, 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 nyang.
I like them watching that cam every once in a while. It's cool.
Yeah.
Especially when there ain't nothing else. Oh shit, don't hit that button. Damn it. Almost hit the wrong button again.
So
I'll tell you what, you'd be surprised. Some of them critter cams I gotten a bunch of views on that the girls at the nursing home was replaying this one live stream. Like, what, damn, like 300
19.
views. I was like, who the hell watched this?
we have 5.
But I recorded 6 hours of bird watching and 6 hours of critter cam watching, the night camera. I made 2 DVDs and gave that to a nursing home, and they copy it and send it to other nursing homes they're affiliated with. And the old folks at the nursing homes here in Kansas get a look at the birds and shit. They like it.
Oh, Bill.
Yeah.
Biden ruined my 401k.
Well, my nephew made some chili, and I think it's missing something. I can't figure out what it is, but it's missing something.
Well,
some what?
I got some sweet peppers that didn't make it in my chicken stew tonight. I guess that's what you'd call it.
Oh,
Chicken
stew.
and green beans and garlic and onion and bacon and chicken breast and funny colored cowboy potatoes,
Wow.
Vidalia onions, and no sweet peppers. I fucked up. Put a little bit of that jalapeno seasoning that I got. It's real good for rubbing on your meat. You can just use it like an allspice in your soup or something.
We don't want to know about rubbing your meat.
I like rubbing my meat.
Oh yeah, you gotta rub your meat before you smoke it.
Sometimes
Sometimes you want to
oh my
marinate it
goodness,
for
what
a
a
few
flavor.
hours too. And hey, sometimes you want to rub it and then let it marinate overnight.
I'm glad we can read between the lines tonight.
Nina's blushing. Look at she look like a strawberry over there.
I know
She's
she
gonna
is.
match
Boy,
my
it makes
bird.
it red.
Look at me and Nina are matching. We could be sisters. We're so red.
Funny, Rob.
Yeah.
But it turned out good, even though you didn't put the red peppers in.
The
You ate
sweet
our
peppers.
you ate
Yeah,
them.
it still turned out good, but it was missing sweet peppers.
Yeah. Oh, mosquito.
Yeah. Shut up, dog, you silly thing. She's mad at me. She didn't get more ice cream than she wanted. She's
Better you
Is that Diamond?
And some dude in the dress telling you you're sexy.
Read that comment in the chat.
better than some dude in a dress telling you he wants to rub your meat.
You're telling you you're sexy.
Oh god, that's hilarious.
So what did you have for dinner tonight, George?
A bowl of chili that it's missing something. I just don't know what it is. Silver. Silver girl. There we go.
Yeah, silver girl. Aloha.
I know a girl named.
I felt guilty the other day. I had some chili, and I didn't have none of them saltine crackers, so I used some of them Cheez-Its that I buy for the birds, the squirrels.
Oh,
that was pretty good, but I didn't like it, man. Gotta have the saltine crackers.
Yeah, saltine crackers with chili. We
take that ball and put it up. Go put it up.
Silver. Aloha, silver girl.
If anybody wants to come up, tell a spooky story, or just chat.
Cooking stories.
Cooking story. A
Now-
raccoon story.
Now, a couple years ago, trick or treating, we still had kids that come around the neighborhood, even though the community center just had a trunk or treat where everybody just pulls up and opens their trunk and the kids just run around the parking lot and not get run over and get their candy. And that's pretty cool. Kids' safety. We'll have everybody meet down here at the parking lot and hope there's a couple of close calls I've seen. But anyway, I sit there, I had my creepy mask on and my crazy hair and stuff, and I had this big old black hoodie and wore my black pants, and I come stepping around the side of the house and went boo to some of these kids that was coming up on the porch. I had a bowl of candy out there on the porch. Kids come up and get some, They came coming down the porch, and I come around and boo. And this one girl just stood there and started crying, and then she just like, I wet myself. And I'm like, oh man, fucking Rob.
We should do a poll. I mean, Halloween's coming up. Should we do a live stream video while we dress up and go out and do a trick or treating thing? Not
I want to be a dandelion. You know how my hair always sticking out anyway? I want to see if anybody wants to just blow the
Does the community have anything going on like a haunted house or something, Nina?
Not really. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen any.
If there is any haunted houses out here, I don't even know about them.
I know we've had them before.
Hey, that'd be a good one to start. Get you a little haunted house started. You know how much money y'all can make?
Yeah,
Oh,
no
I mean,
kidding.
they're on the island there. I bet if you went Google searching your area, Halloween haunted houses or
Yeah,
Halloween events in your area,
that's
and
what
see
I
if
was.
something comes up, maybe go out and get video of all the kids at a parade or some shit.
If anything, then they'll probably be like haunted house, Oahu, Honolulu. Let's see.
Yeah.
Uh Not really.
That was pretty cool. This community center here at the town I'm in, Ogden, they do
Haunted
a
house.
bicycle shop, and kids in the neighborhood, and even if you're a big kid, you can bring your bicycle there, and they will, fix tires on it, put brakes on it, or a seat, or whatever it needs, get it going for you, so it meets safety standards. Or they'll let you trade it for one that's already road ready to go. Well, first year
That's
I
true.
stumbled across this event. I was like, hey, I'm gonna make tape on this. And I was talking to one of the bicycle mechanics there, and I said, I got about 5 or 6 bicycles that I said if I brought them down and donated them, could I trade them for a good bicycle? And he said, okay. Because I come home from the store, I drive around town a little bit. Man, you believe all the good junk people got thrown out. And I'm sorry, bicycle parts, I can always find something to do with them.
The rest of it says, where do
Yeah,
I
I've
fix
got
that?
one of those. I got one of
Box.
those buggies you hook on the back of your bicycle, and you can put a couple of your kids in it. I thought about making a little box or something so I could put Diamond in it, or a little cattle rail or something.
That'd be cute.
Yeah,
I had
I
a
mean, hell
three-wheel
yeah.
bicycle, and I stuck one of those ride-on lawnmower trailers. Look like little trailers you take around your yard and put stuff in. I put that on my three-wheel
Yeah,
bicycle and went to go cut grass. Little
yeah.
wagon. I'd done that for a while.
Had your
Till
little work wagon.
yeah, my little work wagon and my little three-wheel bicycle. I had to put some weight on the front of it when I get off the bike because it dumped my three wheels up in the air. And it's a whole lot easier to get the lawnmower off that way because it's almost like tilt trailer. It's so heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, on your little tandem bike, I'll be putting a little motor on that bad boy. I mean, it's got all the speeds and
Yeah, I
everything.
went
That'd be
looking at
cool.
the frame. I went studying the frame, and that 48cc engine will not mount on that frame. I'll have to modify the frame so that engine will fit it.
Y'all got an earthquake going on over there, Steve? 'Cause I see y'all both shaking up and down.
Oh, that's because I'm typing. Shit, sorry.
Oh, okay. I was saying, I seen it shaking. I said, damn, is that an earthquake?
What's happening? No.
Volcano activity, man.
No, we don't have
And
earthquakes here.
and this
Somebody
thing,
got the
that's the reason
munchies.
I got this, so it doesn't do that. But
That's some squirrels down critter there, I believe.
That's a picture of a squirrel. Okay. Figure out what it was first.
Yeah.
Even if we find a haunted house,
Like,
maybe we won't be able to film it there. You know?
no, we will. If it's on public property, I'm gonna film whatever the fuck
Well,
I
you can
want.
always just go in and ask, or just go in and film. And if they say no, okay, fuck it, put your camera in your pocket, and
Yeah. There's Silver Girl.
Hello,
Hello, Silver Girl.
and Ace.
Oh, cute little doggy.
Do you have one of those cases you can clip onto your belt, Steve, where you can put your camera on record and have it on your case hanging on your belt?
Oh yeah. Shoot. Yeah, I got it on my belt right
Yeah.
now.
Well, tell you what, take your string and hang it around your neck, and just let your camera hang from your neck. You know what I'm saying? And you can kind of incognito with your phone hanging sideways on your neck.
He
Mhm.
has a. Don't we have? We have a neck. No. He has a. I have a chest one.
Yeah, like a body cam type one. But yeah, either way, if
Yeah,
it's on
well, I
public
mean,
property and it's not like a private company, I'm gonna. They can call the cops all they want. That'll make the video even better
No, but
because I know
yeah,
my
they
rights.
told me I couldn't
So,
record here.
yep.
hey, Ace.
Yeah, one going on here in Junction City. I'm thinking about going to do it. I had a friend of mine up by Kansas City. I'm waiting for him and his daughter to come down and do a little meet and greet. And I want to take them to this car museum out here in Manhattan, Kansas. It's got a few collectible cars in it of notoriety. Have you heard of Sonny and Cher and their 65 Mustangs?
Did you hear that?
Mustang.
I know
But
it's Sonny and Cher, but not the 65 Mustangs.
yeah, if you look at, if you
Okay.
Google search Sonny and Cher Mustangs video, shut up, Diamond Dog. But Sonny and Cher custom Mustangs. There's a video at the car place here in Manhattan, Kansas. But I can go in there and I done talk to them. Yeah, you bring your camera, record the shit out of it. We'll give you a tour guide and all. Like, okay, $8. Well, how you doing, Silver Girl?
Oh, I'm doing.
You kind of remind me of my grandma there a little bit.
Oh, that's okay. I'm probably her age.
No, she's, you know, that was in her younger days. She's been gone a few years,
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
but you still resemble. I was like, that's nice.
I needed a
Well, ain't
bathroom
nothing to
break.
be sorry about, man. The way I look at it, they're in a better place than this.
I agree.
You know, I mean, hey, this is pretty good. You know, I mean, we got the biscuits and gravy and the apple pie, but look at all the promises.
Yeah, all the promises and all the history they told us we had that we don't have.
Well, you just never know.
But I wonder what we don't have. I'm
But what
wondering.
I find so funny is all these non-believers that are always going, God damn it, and Jesus and Mary and Joseph and stuff. It's like, well, for somebody that don't know him, you sure say his name a lot.
I agree with thee. Although I never was a real big Halloween person, but my brother was. And I wouldn't let him go. I don't think he went on trick or treating on Halloween without me within sight of him until he was like 13, and he and his buddy that always went together, between the two of them, they could have beat the crap out of anybody they could have run up on, especially
So,
you know,
what year were you born, Silver?
1950.
50? Oh, we're same age.
Oh, really?
Practically, sort of. Yeah.
Practically, sort of.
Yeah, I just kind of wondering what, era you grew up in. And,
Yeah, I was
yeah, we went trick or treating with the bags and stuff in the day.
Right. We had, and one of the ladies down the street, in order to be able to stay home, they were divorced and all this. There was a divorce and all this crap. Anyway, she did this, her whole house up. And it was one of the first times that it had ever been done that anybody had heard of, at least in the South. And
What city you grow in?
I grew up in Nashville.
Oh, hell yeah. Old Town?
No, not really. Well, sort of. Yeah,
Okay.
Nashville. Um, but it was just it was a thing that everybody came to, and of course, after it got all over the news, it every year it got bigger and bigger, and the traffic got more and more, and they started having all of the neighborhood kids get in a big bus, like a school bus. In fact, they may have used a school bus. I don't remember.
Right. Yeah.
And they all the kids had to get on the bus, but the parents that would normally walk with those kids had to drive their own car. I couldn't drive at that point, and my parents wouldn't do it. So he was drug off of the bus and not allowed to go. And his opinion of the police and that kind of thing, if it hadn't been for the fact that his favorite uncle was a cop, it would have just destroyed his relationship with the law. But as he came out of it mad, he wanted his Uncle Frank to go get him. He shouldn't have said those things. He shouldn't have made me get off. Linda was there. Frank was saying, yeah, that's worth two of your parents. But I was underage. I couldn't drive. And so he got, it's one, and that would have been 50, wait a minute. 65.
Yeah, I remember we used to go trick or treating, and then they started having things at the high school, which was up there at the, town square pretty much, on the main drag to old high school. And we'd have, Halloween thing or something up there and games and shit. They'd have a parade down Main Street, and everybody go trick or treating and go to the thing at the school. And well, they'd have the parade, the thing at the school, and then you go hit the neighborhoods and get your bags filled up, banging on doors, tricking and treating.
Well, we in Nashville, we had the same thing for Easter.
Yeah.
And I made sure Jack. In fact, Jack's my brother's first memory was an Easter egg hunt that I took him to, and it was his very earliest memory, and he could recite that, and I didn't even remember doing it, but he could recite that whole morning, and he did. He told both his kids the story. But now that I know what is more behind Halloween, we've got to change its meaning. I don't think it should be a bad thing, but change its meaning in some way so that
instead of running around in costumes begging for candy.
Yeah. Change it to honor kids that it was designed to kidnap. I would love to have it changed so that those who went missing on Halloween's and died were remembered rather than have it be what it is today. You can still have fun at remembrances, so you could still do some kind of something, but make it always kid friendly and none of the ghoul and stuff that we used to. The way I used to dress Jack up was just unbelievable. I mean, he'd start talking about it right after his birthday, which was July the 1st. And as soon as his birthday party was over, then all he could talk about was, what am I going to be for Halloween?
I always went for the Frankenstein.
That would have been a good one back because he was as tall as he was tall like I am.
I'm 6'8".
He was 6'2", I think. I don't think he ever
Yeah.
made 6'3".
My baby sister's 6'2".
And I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, she's the runt of the litter. We had 5. 2 little sisters, 2 older brothers. Yes, I'm the problem child.
Oh, you're the middle kid. I'm the problem child. I was the oldest by 9
Yeah.
years, 9.5
I
years.
was a younger man. I was, what, 15 years old, I guess. I was out drinking with a friend of mine. He was old enough to drive, and he had his car. Anyway, we stopped by his dad's bar, and he went in the back to steal some beer. And I'm sitting there in the car with a couple girls that we're riding with and stuff, cruising. And this one boy comes wrong, raking a fuss because his sister's in the back seat with me or whatever and stuff. And anyway, he's needing his ass whipped. And, anyway, so I got told that I ain't going riding unless we'll give that boy an ass whooping. So I called him out in the street. We went to scrapping, and then he went through the glass window of the Western Auto, knocked over a few bicycles. I wound up in jail. They called my dad. My dad told the chief, hey, just leave him in there for the night, let him cool off, and scare him straight. And this might have been the beginning of that scare straight programs even. Anyway, Dad said, I'll pick him up on my way to work. And so Dad come by like, now I got to take you to court and go see the judge and stuff. And like, okay, the judge called it self-defense and stuff and whatever, because, we were out and, this kid come up to the parking lot giving us the grief. And anyway, but about 2 hours after I'm sitting in my cell, guess who they put in the cell next to me?
Who?
Now, remember, this is supposed to be a scare straight experience, right? Willie fucking Nelson.
Oh, holy moly.
I'm sitting there playing cards, eating sweet rolls.
All the girls
Kool-Aid.
I've loved before, running in and out my door.
Every story I heard growing up
I get excited when I sing
about
that song.
Willie and his and being drunk someplace. And I ran into him a couple of times babysitting somebody else's kids, and he was and he was everything I ever heard or saw of him. He was absolutely a funny drunk. He was not a scary drunk.
No, he's fun.
Sounds like me.
He was a funny drunk.
That sounds like me.
Now, this is funny, Silver. 45 years later, I'm sitting in front of this coffee shop next door to it. This friend of mine owns a nightclub where artists come to town and play. And he had scheduled Willie Nelson, but it was canceled because of his carpal tunnels episode was carrying on back then.
Right.
So it was rescheduled for later date, Anyway, I had this head-on collision. I'm sitting there all busted up, waiting on a bus, sitting in front of the coffee shop. Old Richard, the owner of the club, comes by to get his coffee. And, hey, Robert, how you doing? Oh, all right, What happened to you, old fucking drunk driver, son of a bitch, damn the luck? He's like, well, hey, if you need anything, let me know. And anyway, he saw me about a week later at the coffee shop, and he come up to me having his coffee and sat down and said, you need to be here tomorrow, 10:30, 11 or 11 o'clock. He said, I'm taking you to lunch tomorrow. I said, well, son of a bitch, that ain't no notice and stuff. And he's like, what, you ain't driving? I said, no, dude, I live 25 miles out of town. I got to hobble 1 mile up to the highway and hitchhike into town with the morning shift. You know, everybody that goes to town, and, you know, you catch your neighbors and get a ride into town and stop at the coffee shop, get your coffee, and then catch a bus and go to the hospital and play with the doctors.
Oh,
Anyway, so I
Mr.
come to town.
Rescue. Aloha, brother.
Hey, Rescue.
Aloha.
So anyway, Richard told me, he said, well, here. He gave me the keys to his truck. He said, well, let me go over to the truck and get a couple things out of it first. And I says, well, yeah, don't give me something with a pistol in it or something. He got his briefcase and his gun and whatever, and borrowed his truck so I could be there the next morning. He comes riding in on his moped. I'm sitting there with truck over there in the parking lot getting my coffee. Got him waiting one. He says, I'll be out in a minute. I got to run to the office. And then after he got back, he said, well, let's go. And he told me, he said, tell your friend Stacy, my guitar picking buddy, I'll be singing with and stuff, playing. He said, grab your friend. She can come to lunch with us. You doing anything, Stacy? No, come on, let's go. So she grabbed her guitar. We're walking down the alley between the buildings and around to the back. And guess whose bus is sitting behind Richard's place that we're going to lunch with? Willie flipping Nelson. Well, anyway, kind of long story short, the place we're having lunch was having some issues with security. Apparently, Willie's meeting a few other people, signing some contracts and shit. He's going to be in for the night and getting some service work done on the bus in the morning. And I says, well, hey, I got an idea. I got a friend of mine over at Pizza Hut. Let's order some pizza. We can go over to this place. They got plenty of parking for the bus, private area. We ain't going to need no damn security. And I know a couple boys we can call if we do. So we met over at this little lake with about 10 picket fences. Even the manager, she left the keys with the assistant. She went to help cater the event. And we sat there. I had a buddy of mine. I'd stop by my house. Had a buddy of mine drive my truck and boat down there, so we had something to go fishing in. Spent half the fucking day and half the night out on the lake fishing and kicking it with Willie. And then his bus got stuck in my neighbor's yard at 4 o'clock in the morning. Oh shit!
And I know Too Tall is not even fibbing one bit, because I've seen plenty of pictures of him with plenty of famous people. So
Yeah,
I know this is 100% truth for real. Because
yeah. I was just in Nashville a couple of months ago. Got a friend of mine. She's got a Christmas record coming out in, and I'm featured in the album playing the cowbell on a couple of songs.
And which friend is that? I've heard two new songs.
Yeah, I'm just kind of keeping that under the hat right now. Ain't nobody big and famous.
Well, it could be cowbells on Reba's, and it could be cowbells on Dolly's.
Now I have had pulled pork biscuits with Susie, Reba's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I even got pictures of her on my horse Scout. I used to have a painted horse. She come singing at church I participated in. And we had some cowboy things, and she'd come singing, and she'd always love on my horse and everything. Like, okay, see how it is.
Yeah, they only love you for the horse.
Yeah, or the dog.
I actually had somebody say that to me one time. The only reason you like to come over here and visit me is because of these dogs.
And you said, yeah, you're on to me.
I looked at him and I said, well, let's see. The dogs are what got me here on the very first day. Yeah, that's the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, I fell in love with
Go
this.
to my
You're taking some
Steve,
getting used
Steve, if you can go to my Too Tall Rob channel and look for video Scout and Rosebud, that was my first horse and my first baby horse.
to.
Scout and what is it? Scout
Yeah,
and
I
what?
saw Charlie Daniels, Scout and Rosebud on the Too Tall Rob channel.
Rosebud.
But I saw Charlie Daniels about 4 weeks before he passed. He was just coming off his coronavirus, and I was out at the ranch there, Juliet, brought some apple fritters and some hazelnut coffee, and we kicked it out in the pasture for a little bit.
Oh, this is going to sound really
Got some
strange,
good.
but it actually is true. Charlie Daniels was standing in a little store
I know it.
in Vermont, central Vermont, yelling, boss lady, yelling at me one day. His nephew worked for me,
I got
worked
three.
for me at the time,
I said,
and he had been in the office, but I hadn't seen him. I knew he was there because the doc had asked, had made sure it was okay that he brought him in, and we got all the paperwork and security forms signed for him to come in. So I knew he was coming, but something happened, and I was required to be elsewhere, and somehow it was one of those in the parking lot as I was headed out with. I had the red light. I was going to stick it on top of the car, and I was in a moving fast.
In the video.
And so I just basically said, hi, nice to meet you, and left. But that afternoon, after the emergency was all taken care of and everybody was back to normal, I had stopped at the grocery store on the way home. And all I heard was this boss lady, and that's what his nephew called me at work. And so I turned around and I looked and I went, if Bill, his nephew, had not rounded the corner at that point, I don't think I could have put it together. But it was because he had heard Bill call me boss lady and didn't know my name. And so having never actually been introduced to me, and the only thing he'd ever heard was boss lady, so he was trying to tell his nephew that I was there. And so it finally, but I did meet him, and in a spectacular way, in the middle of the only small grocery store in this little small town.
That was funny. Oh, God, it was probably, 4 or 5 years ago. Charlie was coming through town, and I was chatting with him on Twitter. I told him I had a concert coming up. These girls here in Kansas do some bluegrass, and I made videos of the McKinney sisters. Anyway, Charlie said something about he was coming through town. And I said, that'd be great if you could stop. I turned him on to the McKinney sisters, and he liked them, and he gave me some contacts to get them hook him up with. Anyway, I told Charlie they're going to be playing this weekend. They're coming through. I said, if you can do a layover and come to the concert, that would be cool. You'll love it. I said, they're going to have an ice cream social. Have all the baked goodies and everything. Good music. Well, he grabbed a hotel for the night. Him and his son rented a car. They followed me out to the church and said they were just going to do incognito, just act like some friends of mine come see the show. See if anybody recognized them, but just going to go low. Anyway, we get in there and stuff. He's kind of sitting, meeting some people, talk a little bit. Anyway, sit there, I set up my tripod and get centered up. Everybody starts coming in. And where's he sitting? Right in front of my damn camera. I got the top of his head and half of my video. Kind of hard to recognize him. He ain't from the Tennessee hat. Longhorn.
Did you take that brace off with permission or not?
Oh, I'm
Rest.
sorry. Are you talking to me?
Yeah, yes, I'm
I
talking.
couldn't hear it. You kind of broke up there a minute.
Did you take that brace off of your arm with permission or without?
I don't know. There's just something with the speakers or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Okay. No, I took it off with permission. I did. I took it off with permission. I said, hey, can I take this off? And the left brain said, sure thing. And I said, okay. No, I have to, man. That's sometimes I just.
One when I see one.
I try to only, as long as I'm not going to do anything, as long as I'm just kind of casually reaching for stuff, then I won't wear it. But if I have to catch myself because I forget and I'll be like, oh, let me grab that. And man, when that wrist bends and it's like, oh yeah, no. It's a good reminder.
Yeah. I don't have mine on right now either. And but if it was just something about the way I just went, oh, I know what he's doing. He's taking it off, but he doesn't have permission. I recognize that sneaky little look in the eyeballs. It's just a look in the eyeballs.
Kind of tell a tale. Yeah, I saw Joyful caught it that I didn't have it on. I take it off at night. Actually, at first I couldn't. I thought I did. And one night I took that off and son, talk about waking up.
Oh,
it was like I woke
mercy.
up thinking my hand got cut off or some shit because while I was sleeping, I slid my hand under that pillow. Well, when I did, I bent that wrist. And son, that brought me wide awake.
Yep. I think, I'll take Ace out and not worry about it. And he'll come walking back up his ramp, banging a big branch. So I've got to reach down and grab this branch off of him. And I left the brace in here. And I'm going, yeah, right. But well, let's do it.
Are you looking, Steve?
Yeah, I didn't know you had so many videos. I couldn't find it. Oh, you mean that? I thought you were talking about the one we were talking about a second ago.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the tripod he was talking about.
Just put in your search bar, Scout and Rosebud, Too Tall Rob.
Okay.
Yeah, some of the first videos. There, that's what I'm talking about. I just scored at the thrift store. One of them full-size ones.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Mosquitoes.
Sheet chair.
It's because all the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now we have all these lights and the doors open and the mosquitoes are like, yeah, let's go over there.
Oh,
and I'm like,
But you're talking about doing some plumbing jobs. You'll want a tripod more than that gimbal thing.
so what are your mosquitoes carrying?
I only like using the gimbal when I'm like walking around and because then it stays steady. But yeah, if I'm like doing a plumbing job, yeah, the tripod.
You see that camera mount?
I wonder for your head.
Well, yeah, that too. I got a
camera mount, Steve.
headlamp one and right. Yep.
Steve,
Oh,
yeah, you can find that camera mount at Walmart. That's one of the best ones I recommend. But this here's another one of my $1, $2. It's got the car antenna. Yeah, it's a nice little tabletop tripod. But go to Walmart and get one of these camera filters or braces. They're one of the best ones I've seen out there. They're about $5.
Cool.
Yeah, I made a
Okay.
sweet one last week, and I made it on my backup phone though. So I got to figure out how to switch that video from my backup phone to my phone to turn it into a video.
You can see that.
But it was.
I've got
It took me.
plenty of tripods.
It took me
There's
like
1,
3
2, 3.
hours.
There's
3
4
hours of
tripods right
work,
there.
but I did it hyperspeed, and it's a 4.5 minute video. But it was 3 hour video. But because of the hyperspeed, it was actually only 4.5 minutes. And it was me replacing a 80-gallon solar electric water heater. So it's a pretty sweet video, but it's on my backup phone. So I got to switch it over
How
to
much
my
does the
phone.
solar electric unit run?
Oh, is that the one he's talking
Is this
about?
your horse? Too tall?
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah, turn it sideways.
Put it sideways?
Yeah,
So it'll
that's
be
Scout
full screen.
baby.
You gotta make my
And that
screen.
was my first horse baby.
Wait, hold on.
I'll,
Let's go back.
I saw them actually today. I don't know how I got there and why, but I saw it today. I saw that video today.
oh, what is it?
Yeah.
I thought
I'll tell you what, $500, that was the best girlfriend I ever bought. One beautiful horse. Hey, I sold her for $6,500, so I did all right.
beautiful. That's the thing that I was struck by were the markings on both of them.
Yeah.
It was just I've never seen horses like that. They
I'm gonna have to come back. This phone's about dead, Steve.
Oh, okay.
How are you, Rescue?
Hey,
Pretty
good to
good.
see you, brother.
Yeah. Are you going live tonight?
Oh no,
Why does that keep popping up?
No.
no. I thought about maybe going live later today, but I don't know. Might have to wait a day. Yesterday was a pretty busy day. I get caught up in the moment, didn't pay attention, just kept going and going. But hey, I got a lot done though.
Well, that's good.
Got all my doors framed, got it all primed, caulked.
When do the chickens come?
I don't know. I got to just let Nikki know when I feel like I'm closer and then go, okay, we'll plan for this date.
Because I wondered if you were working against an end date or if the end date was dependent upon you. So I couldn't tell.
It's depending on me. It probably wouldn't have hurt if I had got this done a while back. I mean, she's gone through the whole process of literally hatching the chicks to then raising the chicks to then now having to relocate the chicks to outside because they've gotten big. So
Yeah.
at some point, rescue just needs to get busy. I'm trying. Some of it's, I can come up with excuses. You know, some of it's transportation and getting material and kind of coordinating that. But really, I don't know. I got to watch it. I try to do too much. And then all of a sudden, it's like that whole tarp thing. That was a stupid ass move. I can't believe I did that. I still can't believe I did that.
Well, I was questioning that myself, but at the time I thought, but then I was a little shyer back then, and so I didn't say anything.
What, Silver Girl shy?
Actually, I learned for the first time in all these 72 years this year that I'm an extrovert. I've always called myself an introvert.
No, okay. So the introvert is the one that wants to be by themselves, but the extrovert wants to be around people.
Right. And I've always not wanted to be around very many people. I didn't want to be in the spotlight, none of that jazz. And I considered that being the introvert. I preferred not being at home, but being with my animals or my brother, and being outside primarily, and someplace safe. But I just, and even in college, I wasn't one of those, well, I had a job and high level job, actually, my second order. And I was a goody two shoes, and I just never got out and did anything like that. But then I got a different interpretation of extrovert, being the person that is honest, open, doesn't hide things, um, is always there, and pretty much is always right there in your face. If you need them, they're there. They always open up their heart and say what they think and feel, sometimes when you don't want them to. And that's when the hint.
I always figure if you're mobile and you're physically active, because like me, I could go and do things with work and stuff. So it was real easy to be an introvert because I just focus on work. And so it's not so much the people, but then the less you can physically go do, well, then you start to feel that gap. And then the only way to bridge that gap then is to then you got to reach out to people and you start to socialize because you can't go do and distract. That's kind of what brought me out because I was antisocial. Not that I joke and say I don't like people. I do get kind of amazed at the human race, but then again, it is what it is. But I just never was a real people person. I guess I've just always kind of kept to myself. But then now it's kind of weird because it's meeting everybody, talking, and so then it's being social. And it's sometimes I'm social when I don't want to be social, but I make myself do it.
Yep. I know exactly what you're saying there because I used to always think that I wasn't a people person or like a social person, but then after plumbing for so long, I just like started to realize like I deal with people every day. Like, it's like just because in my head, I'd rather be alone or I'd rather be at home and like, just give me some me time. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that I'm not good dealing with people all the time because that's basically what I do all the time. So,
yeah.
Does that make sense? It's like,
yeah.
It does to me. I mean, because I had the thing I enjoy most is being of some kind of use or help to somebody, and you got to pretty much do talking in order to do that. I don't have any problem doing all of that, but I have compartmentalized some of that too, in that I have my professional voice and my dog voice. I don't know what those even sound like. I just know people tell me I got them, and because I can't hear it. But anyway, I think that you hear things about what an extrovert is, and I always thought they like to be out partying and doing all this stuff, and I don't mind doing that, but I don't want to do. I want to do it with only one or two people. I don't want to do it with a bunch of people. I want to do it with one or two people that I really trust, that I can just be who I am and not worry about it.
Right.
And we'll just turn around the fifth or sixth time driving down the road that I say, "Oh, there's a puppy dog," or "There's a deer." They just stop laughing and go. We just go on. Because I can spot an animal like unbelievable. Uh, there's just something that I see them, and I always tell whoever's in the car with me. Um, it's funny. Does get funny. Those kinds of people are the ones I want there, and not the ones I got to worry about getting my a knife in my back from.
Yeah. I developed some trust issues in the early years, and that played a part in, I guess, in being the introvert or something because you kind of get. I didn't get like skittish, but I just would take people and go, yeah, sure. Never expected anything from what people would say because but then it kind of just, I don't know. I used to laugh because like when I was with Suddenly running the lines and stuff, hell, I had the highest customer ratings in the whole damn southern region. And yet people would catch me at a meeting and I'd be like, oh yeah, no, I don't like people, but I do my job. I'm not paid to like or dislike. I'm just paid to do my job. That's,
And another thing is, if you have basic respect for people, everybody feels that you deal with, and that makes them turn around and respond that way back. It's not so much liking everybody; it's the issue of everybody has your respect until they prove they should not.
well, you earn, like I know a lot with mine. I earned a lot of respect because one, I didn't bullshit people. So it's like, okay, well, look, there's some equipment issues and this is going to be a minute, but I can band-aid it. And I would actually say those words. I'm going to band-aid this for now, instead of the whole pitch of like, oh yeah, we've got it. And it's like, no, you don't. You're bullshit, you know? And so a lot of customers, and it was actually funny because hell, I could come down out of my bucket and I would have all kinds of food and shit sitting in the seat. I'd have a bag of potatoes, some onions, tomatoes, because people up and down the street would see my truck. And it's like, oh, well, there's Brian's bucket.
Yeah.
And so they would just drive by and then I'd end up with stuff on my truck. I'd have come home with brownies and cakes and some stuff I might even kind of look at and go, oh, thank you so much. I was like, I'm not eating that because I'm not quite sure what all that's made of, but they meant well. So it's just the thought that matters, you know.
Right.
But oh man, yeah. Hell, she used to crack up. I'd walk in and have damn Berkshires and it's like, you got a store? Nope. I had to go work over in that other town over there. And so this is where I got today. And it'd be like, what? And it'd be like, yep, we have a little harvest going on because.
Hey, Silver.
Imagine what it would be like in the fall when people were gathering in their gardens.
Right.
You see that bandana, the USO bandana?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's compliments of Charlie Daniels. Yeah,
Very
he was out here to Fort Riley for a concert.
Rescue, what is your dog's name?
Rudy.
Ruth. I couldn't quite get it today. You mentioned its name, but then
Yeah. I named him, his name is Rudy, and I named him after that movie.
That's what I thought.
The Rudy with the little dude on Notre Dame. That's because he was a little rescue out of one of the wards down in Houston. So got him. He was 6 weeks old. He was over in the corner of a yard that they found, an abandoned house, and there was him and three of his siblings. And so when I got him, and he's so smart and he's so stupid. He literally goes to the security cameras when he hears something outside and is smart enough to know that, okay, these are the cameras outside. But then you can get him kind of talking, going, hey, what? And he gets so stupid, he runs headfirst into the couch. And it's like, okay, I don't understand the connection here. But you're smart enough to go see the camera, but you're too stupid and you'll run right into the couch. But hey, it's cool. But y'all watch him. And you know, it's funny because, see, he picks up when I'm hurt. And he'll be laying over there and I get to doing it. And if you watch, you'll see him come up. He gets all up in my way. And it took me a little bit to realize it's like, oh, it's because I'm sitting here. See, because I okay, so I'll fess up. I play it off with y'all a lot. I'm sure some people have figured it out. It is what it is. But you're sitting here and you're kind of going, oh, shit. And I know that camera's over there. So it's like, okay, just keep a straight face. And it's like, all right, we're going to do this. But it's like he picks up on that. Next thing I know, he's right here in my grill, dog. And it's like, what's up? And it's like, look, I know, but you don't understand. We got to play this up. I got to look like everything's cool.
Well, one of the things you can do, and I do know this syndrome, and that's why I know how to do this, is two things. You always teach a dog to do something. You don't teach a dog to not do something. So if you want the dog to not bark, for example, you teach them to sit, and every time they bark, you tell them to sit. They don't bark while they're sitting. So you tell them to do something rather than to not do something. So what you need Rudy to do is to come up, and when he gets upset, because what he's doing is telling you, you've got to slow down. Your body is telling me it's done. You need to stop now. And you need to be able to say, okay, and stop when you aren't on camera. But then when you are on camera, you need to be able to say to him, acting, acting. And he would go away and you go through this routine and he'd get to where he'll know the difference. You'll teach him acting, and acting is for him to pretend everything is fine and walk away because you're doing everything is fine and continuing.
He's a mess. I know he tripped everybody out because the other day I had to get into the damn chicken coop, and that was a chore. So I got up in there. That was not a comfortable zone, but I took a moment because I was behind that wall, so I could kind of go, "Oh shit, man!" Well, I did that, and hell, homeboy shoots right up into the chicken coop, and he's like there. And I came down later, and everybody in chat was like, "Holy shit!" Rudy just disappeared, and I'm like, "Yeah, you kind of had to come up and check." He's a mess. He is a mess.
It was real clear. Well, today is the first time I saw him on a live where I could see body language on him, and I just whatever few minutes that I saw him on there, and he immediately came across as a service dog. The entire physique, the aura, the air around him, the way he carries himself, the distance he is away from you. I noticed a couple of times where he was shifting you in the chair. He wanted you to shift your direction a little bit, and just got in front of you so you would go a little bit different direction. Not knowing the layout and what that was all about, I couldn't tell, but I could see the behavior, and I recognized the behavior. So he has just been trained by your consistency, and consistency is what trains dogs.
Yeah.
And to do all those things. So you've turned him into a full-fledged service dog for someone who is in a chair. You just haven't thought about actively teaching him to do new things. Picking up for you, carrying bags for you, those things that he could do for you, that you can do for yourself, but one day you might not want to carry that bag. So teach him to carry it now. And then he's getting off on the fact that he's helping you.
Oh well, here's a funny one. He walks himself. It's the weirdest shit. But if you just try to like let him out without a collar on or anything, he's like a typical kid. It's kind of like, this is interesting, and you're repeatedly hollering the name, and it's like, this is interesting. Put the collar and a leash on him, he'll carry the leash. And he'll walk on out there and he'll tend to business. He'll carry the leash and walk right on back up. And it's like, okay, cool.
Wow. Our dog used to do that too. Marley used to walk himself around the block.
Oh, yeah. Marley would get out and we'd be like, oh, shit, Marley got out. And then 20 minutes later, he'd be at the front door just waiting. Like, hey, man, took myself for a walk. You going to let me in or what?
And it would be like every day. He would just do it.
Yeah, it got to a point where like Marley got out and we're like, he'll be back.
Yeah, he's just on this routine.
The dogs who carry the leashes, that is always just...
That's cute though, Rescue.
And it's a breed specific. And I can't think of the breeds now, but it is breed specific, and
he's a mix of American Red Nose and a boxer.
When you say breed specific, it's something that gets trait. If the dog's got those breeds in them, then they're likely to have some traits of that breed. So you don't have to be full.
Like your border collies and Goldens.
There's a Staffordshire is what I keep thinking, but I don't know for sure.
Terriers, yeah.
But it is one of the traits that is genetic that I absolutely just think is adorable.
Yeah, that's your retrieval trait.
There's just something about it. And I always wonder if the people train them to not leave them. I mean, if they're going to carry their leash, do they stay within the leash distance of you, or do they?
But he does
He does.
naturally. He just walks along and he's carrying the damn thing. He's got the collar on and the leash is going down and he's hanging it in his mouth and it's just like, and you go, come on, and it's like he's walking along. You think
That is so
and
cool, man. That is so
Yeah,
he's
cool.
actually
he got one of
he's
those
even
magnet dogs.
he's adapted to me getting worse because he doesn't even pull now. So
Right.
if I do hold the leash, he just I don't even I actually laugh because he reminds me of like the horses having kids. I mean, y'all were talking about horses earlier because you have a rein trained horse. You just lay the rein over there on something, it don't make a shit, or just drop it on the ground and the horse just goes, okay, I'm right here. He's kind of
Yeah.
like that. It's so funny.
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
train him though. Didn't have to spend time. Didn't. It was just kind of like, come on, and it's kind of like, oh, okay, this is the thing.
Yeah. That's what I do with mine.
See,
I'm not a trainer by any stretch of the imagination, but all my dogs do exactly what I want them to do.
Well,
that's the weird thing
with
with Pablo, because like when we're in the house, if I walk from where I'm sitting now to the refrigerator, he just like right behind me. Like anywhere I go, he's just right next to me. But as soon as he's not on a leash and the garage is open and he can go anywhere, he's like, "Boom, I'm out of here, motherfuckers." Like gone. Yeah, he books and it's like, dude, what the hell, man? Like, and he's gotten away a few times, and thank God he has a chip because otherwise we'd have never got him back. But it's like, what are you
Chip
thinking,
ain't a
dude? Like,
guarantee.
you follow me everywhere when you can't go anywhere, but then once you can go somewhere, you're just like, see ya.
Well, that's what you do. You disappear.
He's just doing. He's doing
Yeah,
what you do. That's
yeah,
exactly what.
Oh,
yeah, that makes
wow.
sense. Yeah, because he does get mad at me. He's like, "What, you gonna leave again?
All
Like, I
he's
gotta work."
Or
yeah.
you leave him there and you disappear. So when the door opens and it's like, well, I'll leave you here and I'm going to go out.
And for the length
Right? Yeah.
that you're gone to him, the length of time that you are gone is dramatically, astronomically increased in time for him. It's forever. A full day's work would be forever to a dog.
A question for you, Steve. When y'all leave and you leave him in the house, do you ever leave like the TV going or music going?
Oh, always, always. I always leave. There's a dog music channel that always plays live,
Okay.
and I play that. And then sometimes when we go live, if we start live when we're still home, I'll play our live, so then he can still hear our voices and everything. And then sometimes I'll just play like playlist of our lives so that he hears our voices. But yeah, I
Hey,
always have
Steve,
something playing.
I did this one time with my dog. Put a camera on my StreamYards up here in the house. Focused on the room and I could see the dog. And I went out in the world doing my shit, and I could pop in on that camera and see what my dog was up to.
And what was he doing?
He's sitting there watching the live stream, and I'd holler at him. He'd look up and ask me to go outside. She'd go out to the door. You could hear the bell ring, but nobody's there. She'd come back up and sit in her chair and look at the TV, chilling out in front of the fucking air conditioner, like you ain't got shit to worry about here.
Well, because when you think about it for them, you've gone outside this door and so they can't see you or hear you anymore, but then they start to hear noises out there. So then they just causes them to react. That's people get mad
Yeah,
at
it
dogs that
changes
chew
their
up furniture
focus.
and chew up shoes, and they're just anxious. They're anxiety. That's all. They're freaking out.
Yep. Yeah, because that's funny you say, because like when I wake up in the morning, because I gotta park my van in the street in the front of the house, but our garage is in the back of the house, and that's where like my table is and everything that I sit. So And I wake up in the morning and he's like there and he's all happy right next to me. And then I'll walk out the front door to get my van and drive it around. It takes me like 1 minute, maybe a minute and a half. And then when I open the garage door, he acts like I was gone for like a half a day. He's
You
like,
couldn't
dude, I
see
was
where you
gone for
went.
like a minute.
Well, you were out of sight though. And he couldn't watch over you.
Yeah, exactly. So to him, it's like a day and a half, and it's like,
Well, let me ask you this: if you had a 4-year-old kid and you were sitting there drinking coffee, and then that 4-year-old kid walked on the other side of that door and didn't come back for 5 minutes, would you be freaking out?
oh hell yeah.
So for their mind, it's like, well, I take care of you, I look after you, I watch after you, and you just went out that door and I can't see what the hell's happening now, and I'm freaking out.
That's a good way to put it. That's a really good.
And
Wow. Yeah.
when I first came into groups of people who did crate training, I was just horrified. However, 20 years later, or something like that, I finally got a little smarter and started listening a little harder. And wish I had done it before. My last 3 dogs that I had were all crate, other than Ace, and he was technically crate trained. I've just ruined the training. But I trained mine so that when they went into the crate, that was their free. They could go anytime they wanted to. Door was open. They could go in there and sit. If I had another friend brought a dog they didn't like, they could go into their crate. Mine could go into their crate and just sit there and be safe. And they took their treats in there, their favorite toy, whatever. And then when I would leave for work, they would already be in the crate before I could get my coat on and to the crate up. They'd be in the crate waiting for me to shut them in. And I would shut them in, leave the house. I left music on. Back then, folks, they didn't have dog specific programs. There was no internet. We're talking a long time ago. And I just played music from the radio or something. I don't remember what, but and then when I came home, this is one of the things they also say is you make sure that your coming home is not the greatest thing that ever happened. As much as it makes us feel that so wonderful that we were missed and all that, the animal is suffering during the day because they're missing you. So what you want to do is make your coming home no big deal. It's just a natural thing. It's happening just like you have to go pee. It's not any more different than that. I would come home, pull into the garage, unload the groceries, take them into the kitchen, and get all of the groceries in the kitchen and get my boots off. We're talking Vermont, so I mean serious boots. And before I walked over to the crate to pick up the crate door, and I would let him out, and he would go potty, and the excitement had in there, oh, I'm home excitement when he returned from going potty. And he was great in the crate. When I was
My dog Diamond, when I brought my dog Diamond home, she was a puppy straight off the tit. I had 2 senior dogs. One was 17 and 15. They lasted 2 or 3 years until they passed away. So she had those dogs teaching her the ways of the house. But she went in a crate. She was my first crate trained dog. And it was kind of for her protection as a pup and stuff from the seniors. But anyway, I can sit there. You can shut the gate and it'll stay shut on that plastic crate, or you can latch it, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
I can knock that door shut and where it catches. She will walk over and open that crate, stick her paw in there, pull it open, and go in and lay down. I'll even tell her to shut the door, and she'll reach a paw up and pull it shut.
Yeah, the crate. And when Ace came here, he had been at a breeder's and the show person and breeder, and who was getting out of the business. He didn't even know what a bed was, and I'm vet confined basically. And I took his wire crate that came with him, and luckily it wasn't enclosed. It was an open wire cage.
Yeah, wire crate. Yeah.
And I set it with the door off of it completely and set it on the bed. And he slept in his crate on the bed for, I think it was about a week. And then I got him out of the crate before I turned the light out. But he got back in the crate for a 3 more days, and then he stopped getting back in. But that's the crate he goes in when he gets in the car. So it's all the same thing to him.
See, I'm a rebel dog owner because, well, the other one, Buster, before him, had him for 14 years. The kids grew up with him. Now, when he was little, we had him in a little cage just for the potty training at first. But then it didn't take but a couple of months, and then he had his own chair. He, like, even my whole surgery, he would go to the doctor. He stayed in the van. This one here, I don't leave him by himself. He doesn't do good in any enclosed thing, and I think some of that's just traumatic from being abandoned.
Right.
But we just take him everywhere we go, and it's just like one of the kids. So it's like he has his own chair. He's got his own little bed. This one doesn't get to sleep on the bed like the old one. The other one did, but now this one's kind of like got used to that room. So it's like, yeah, you just go ahead and chill right there, and taught him to just lay on his down there, and he's cool. But he has his own chair. He just chills. I don't know. I just treat him like a kid is what I do.
Well, that's what I do. It's you're not a trainer. I know the training. I know I've been trained to be a trainer. But it doesn't suit me. I'd rather talk to them and tell them about it.
Well, yeah, see, it's like a trainer, and no offense. So whenever I say things, sometimes people get upset. So anybody listening too, I don't have anything against training, man. Everybody, you got to do you do. But for me, I just don't. It's like kids. I don't train my kids. I raised my kids. Well, I'll raise my dog, and he's one of my kids. That's all.
Well, you have a mental bond with your dog, and you learn them. I mean, yeah,
no, they listen more than the real, like the two-legged kids. That kid listens more than the two-legged kids.
That horse Scout, man, she was so green when I got her, and just my abilities with dogs, man, I just transferred that onto her, plus what lessons I learned about breaking horses, ungreening them. And hell, 6 months, you could ride that horse without reins. You could just pressure with your knees.
That's awesome. Pablo sleeps with us every night.
Yeah. No, I got away from the dog sleeping with me at night. Like, no, I need my space. You get yours. Now in the wintertime when it's cold, hey, if Diamond says, fuck this crate, I'm sleeping up in the bed where it's warm, I ain't going to say shit.
By the way, Huckleberry, what's up,
when she's down at my feet. You can sleep next to my feet, and we can spoon with our feet and stuff. She's happy with that. But she always wants to go laying across and stuff. I'm like, hey, I got enough to get up and go pee without getting a damn dog out from under my feet. Got me pinned down in bed.
Well, I gotta say, Scat Pack was always one of my favorite people, but then she doesn't let the dogs ride in the car, so the dogs don't get no wind therapy, and that's just sad. That is
I
sad.
saw that comment. I was going to let them get by with it, so I'm glad you didn't let them get by with it.
I was like, man, what? Not Scat Pack.
But now
She's
look,
like the coolest, and now, but don't let the dog ride in the car. Oh,
but down a little bit later, rescue. She says, "Mine sleep with me. They staple me down. I don't move all night long." Out loud. So they're not allowed in her car, but they can lay on top of her all night long.
I know. See, what's up with that? That's kind of seemed really biased there. I don't know.
And there's something wrong with that.
She said they get to ride in the truck though.
Oh, they get to ride in the truck. Okay. In the back end of the truck where they might fall out, or in the cab?
Probably
they ride in the back of the truck out here all the time.
Oh yeah, around here a lot of them, and I mean it's not my forte. I couldn't bring myself to do it, but yeah, a lot of people, because it's the ranch dogs and a lot of the cow dogs. And believe it or not, I give the dog total 100% credit, because dude, them dudes will stand on that toolbox.
Yeah.
They'll have conversations with Rudy in the car, because we roll the windows down in the back so that he can just hang out from one window to the other. So when we pull up somewhere, he can just kind of, everybody's his buddy. So he just is kind of looking at everybody. Well, you get to talking with dogs. And I got to say, I sat there the other day. I go, what the hell? And he's steadily looking at this one. I kept hearing this barking. Well, it was a damn, what do you call them? They're the gray and black little herding dogs. Australian shepherds.
Fuzzy? Australian fuzzy.
They're little gray with the black spots. They got the stub tail.
Oh, yeah.
I think for herding and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, that dog stood up on top of that toolbox and would sit there and do these little barks at him and shit, and he would just kind of go, because he doesn't bark much. He doesn't know he's a dog.
Yeah, he just yips. Yeah, that's your Australian healer. They don't bark. They got a yip to them.
Yeah. And that's it. But I thought, but they do it around here all the time, man. Flatbeds on the toolbox. And I'm like,
yeah. I don't know, something about healers, man. They got Velcro for toolboxes on their pads.
Right. I don't know. It's like stickle.
There's goats overseas that go up those cliffs on nothing. And,
I rescued an Australian healer years ago. That dog would not ride in the back of a truck. Never. Not even across the fucking pasture. I'll get out, run beside the truck. And hell, if you put them in the truck and try to take them to the vet or something, no, get out of the truck, jump out of the window. I'll run beside the truck and ride in
it. Run beside the truck.
No shit, I sit there. I'm just going up to the store, getting the truck. Let's go, dog. Take him for a ride, get some air in his ears. He get about a half mile down the road. Boom, he's jumping out and running down beside the truck. Get in. No. He just sit there and wait. Go ahead and drive. I'll run right beside you. Stupid.
My dad used to have a calf that liked to do that.
Finally, I'd say hammer down. I'd go ahead and run about 35, 40 on the gravel road, get up to the station, fill up with gas, get some sandwiches or whatever. I'd be coming back home, and there he is down the corner or something, making the way. He's still running. About a 5-mile trip to the gas station.
My dad had a calf that when my dad would come in, the way that the layout of the pasture down to the barn and stuff where the hay was at, so he would see him come in the truck, and he knew if my dad was coming in the truck that then he was going down there to the hay barn to get the hay to bring it back out. So then whenever he would get on the little road beside the fence, this calf would take off from its mama and go over towards the corner. And as soon as my dad got on that road, that little old calf would run beside that fence all the way down and follow him all the way to the gate as he went into the hay barn. Don't know why. That little calf just took to my dad for some reason.
Good time to eat.
Yeah, it became a steak later. So some people might think that some of the stories I'll tell about the cattle and stuff and some of the stuff we had. But oh no, it was, hey man, I'll love you all the way up till I'm putting you in my mouth. I don't give a shit. I mean, there's a purpose to all this, and I'm not getting caught up in the emo side of things. I will love you while you're here and give you the best life I can, and then now thank you for doing your part. I got a full tummy,
And I'll definitely tenderize you and rub you down and marinate you on the way out.
I will season you up good.
There was a squirrel where I lived in Vermont, last place I lived in. And I had a chain back.
One sec, Silver Girl, 1 sec. Hey, Nina, Bacon saying to check backstage.
Oh, okay.
No,
Yeah, go and check out my live stream, Silver. I've got squirrels and birds and raccoons that I film from time to time.
Well, this little fella, I mean, the trees were over there. That was all this, squirrels were not a big deal, but they were running all over the backyard all the time. But this one loved to wait until I let the dog out to go potty and make all this noise over on top of the chain link fence and run the length and breadth of that fence all the way around the house. And the dog would chase all the way to the end as far as the dog could chase. And the squirrel turn around, come back along the fence. So that they would play 3 complete cycles, and then the squirrel would get tired and hop down. and if the squirrel wanted to run and the dog hadn't been out very much because I thought it was too cold or whatever, the squirrel sometimes would come up and look and inadvertently bang on the screen door that led into the double deck doors in right where I was sitting usually. And it would come up and it would bang on that screen. So I always said it would come up, knock on the door and say, "Can Teddy come out and play?" And the minute Ted would get up and go that way, the squirrel would head for the fence, get up to the top of that chain link fence, and he goes round and round and round. It was the strangest thing.
Oh, now there's your little funny thing. When you don't fit in at your job very well, that was one of the little things that I didn't fit in. Because most linemen, so almost anybody that works up on poles or anything, hates squirrels because they chew so much shit.
Mm.
And I get it. And yeah, it's a pain. I love the shit out of squirrels, man. They're just like the coolest. They're so smart. Yeah, they do stupid shit, but my God, look around at people. Tell me, I mean, we're like any better. But squirrels are cool, man. They figure shit out, dude. They figure it out. If they want something, they'll figure it out. We used to crack up when this house used to be up on pilings. I used to put pecans in remember the popcorn buckets you would get every year? So you'd get like the 3 flavors of popcorns in the tin can deal. And it would always have some design. Well, I would put these pecans in one of those cans out there. And do you know those little bastards got to where they would team up and they would come up and nose the edge of that lid, and they figured out they could push that thing up, and then I would lay there and I would just crack up. If we had cell phone shit back in the day, it would have had so much fun footage. But you'd watch them because they could run. You got to learning the route, and they would come from an oak tree, and then they would go out a limb. They would jump over to the pole, the jump pole. They would climb up the line, come across the other line, jump to a little willow tree, pop over to the porch rail, and then they would just stop. And they would always wait for about 2 minutes. It's like they were waiting to see if they were seen or something. And then they would climb down and they'd get around that bucket, and then they would just one at a time sit. And at first they used to just hit on it and they couldn't figure it out. But when they figured out to push it, that was it, buddy. It was on from then on. I bought one of those little plastic trash cans one time just to fuck with them to see if they'd figure that out. They figured out how to take those little metal handles and pop them off so that they could raised that big. I'm telling you, man, squirrels are some smart shit. I think they go off
Yeah,
the
I'll be
scent
watching
of what you
mine on
touch.
the live
That's
stream.
what directs them. Needs a squirrel launcher.
Squirrel launcher.
Huckleberry thinks you need a squirrel launcher.
Hey, for years I've always wanted to, because you see these people that have these cool little squirrel circus things out in their yard, dude, and it's so badass. And I've so wanted to set one up. Because I could sit and watch that.
Those are squirrel feeding catapults that the squirrel comes in your yard and gets the corn and bing, he's over in your neighbor's yard. I'm sorry. I'd have to shoot somebody for that. That's just like cruel and terrible. I saw the videos. I had my laugh, and I thought, nah, that ain't right. Yeah.
Dr. Big King Fur.
Yeah, I guess after buying a couple of chickens at the grocery store and they got broken legs and shit, it's like, what the fuck?
You know what I'm saying, rescue.
Oh, yeah. That need no more.
Yeah.
More from me.
Joyful says, rescue, I think squirrels are real special. Their tails are magnificent. Their intelligence is something else. I honor them on my you know what? There's no squirrels in Hawaii. I miss squirrels.
What?
In Michigan, I've seen them all over the place. But
Really? I never thought about that. So Hawaii doesn't have squirrels?
None
nope, no squirrels.
No, squirrels, skunks, raccoons,
Squirrels, skunks, raccoons, snakes.
snakes, alligators.
Have ours. You don't have all those wild things that we have.
We don't even have them in the zoo,
Right.
except for alligators and snakes. But
Well, we do have mongoose though, and mongoose there are some vicious. Because I caught one once because it was in our garage, so I had to go buy one of those cages and catch it, and that thing was vicious.
Yeah,
like really
That's
vicious.
like a souped-up squirrel, ain't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's like a squirrel on steroids.
I was going to say that's one that's been buffed up for a while. It's
Yeah.
one of them roid squirrels.
Exactly. That's
apocalyptic squirrels.
Right. That's where mongoose just came from. Hell, squirrels were doing meth way before people.
Some of that island shit too, man.
Man, I would have thought Hawaii would have had something cool like flying squirrels or something. I don't know. Somehow I would have just figured Hawaii being a cool scenery place, you'd have had some cool things. But man.
Yeah, we don't have critters.
Hey, is it true that it's difficult to grow weed in Hawaii? Elevation or something?
Not as far as I know, but I don't smoke weed either, so I'm not like really into the game, I guess. But it's easily accessible. Put it that way.
I can tell you a story about my dad back when I was younger.
I mean, do you ever be on any plumbing jobs or
Well, actually, there's some people who they just grow it in their yard and.
I've been here, but in Detroit too. I've been in houses where they had like a whole with the lights and everything in the basement, and I'd be like, "Oh man, you got your own thing going." But I mean, that's being a plumber. I go into so many people's houses. I've seen that everywhere. So.
Oh, let me tell you a story of my dad. He used to grow marijuana or pakalolo or plants.
It's called pakalolo out here.
He had like 10 of them in the backyard. And a couple of kids jumped the fence, and somehow the police or somebody called the police or something, and they actually caught him. And so they came knocking on my dad's house, and they're like, my dad was like, "What's going on?" They said, "We saw these kids stealing your plants. Do you want to press charges?" And my dad's like, no. So yeah, but that was a long time ago. But
Because now it's legal here, but yeah, then
yeah, it was illegal back then. But still, he was like, "I can't believe they asked me if I wanted to press charges."
it's like because the cops are too stupid to figure out. Like, oh yeah,
You're not stupid.
sir,
You're just like,
we could arrest you right now for what they stole that's growing in your backyard.
I'm surprised they didn't just take the plant and say nothing. You know.
But now it is legal here, but I don't know how that works either. Like, is it legal if you go to a dispensary or if it's just
Well,
legal?
I've seen. I mean, it's legal to grow in Oklahoma to an extent, but I saw a cop watcher. He had a little town he lives in. The old schoolhouse had been shut down and sold. Somebody opened a grow operation in that old empty schoolhouse, man. 3 fucking dump trucks of fucking weed got hauled up out of that place, man. Like, man,
Race
I
get
don't
back.
want to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I never really smoked, so it's like to me, it's like I don't know. It's an interesting subject, but to me, at the same time, it's like I don't know.
I think you
Doesn't
have to
matter.
you have to have a permit to grow it,
Yeah.
and because because the beach house Rosalind,
Mm.
they have the neighbors have it right there by the fence where you can actually like touch it, So I think you can as long as you have a permit.
Yeah, because
Yeah, I mean, many states you can grow so many plants per person for personal use or whatever.
Rosalind's the one that was telling me someone was complaining about smelling like marijuana, and she was like, "It's legal," and Rosalind doesn't even smoke,
Right.
but she's like, she's real right wing, if you know what I mean. And she's like, "The
Well,
law's the law. Follow the law, assholes." And I was like, "That this lady's cool."
yeah, well, she drinks a Budweiser.
Ask her if she goes 1 mile an hour over the speed limit then, because I'm sorry, but one law is the same as any other. So if you're going to criticize somebody, no sin's greater than the next.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about character, accountability.
Yeah. Tell you what, there ain't much of that around Kansas as far as my Veterans Administration or the Housing Authority.
Uh,
Do you, Too Tall, do you know Monty? Full Monty?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know he's in Kansas too.
Yeah. I made a comment to my healthcare provider at the VA the other day. That, I said, there's some good people that work at this hospital. And I'm tired of this unaccountability of some of these idiots on duty doing shit, neglecting veterans getting their benefits and pissing them off and having no fucks to give. And I said, it just scares me to think one day some fucking veteran's going to do a stupid stuff like Tim McVeigh and come blow a motherfucker up. I said, there's some good people that work here. I'd hate to see his collateral damage. Somehow or another, this person took it as a threat or some shit. She only wrote it down in my file. She did not call 911 or any shit like that. About 2 weeks later, my caseworker sees it. He's blowing up my phone and everything. I'm at Walmart. I'm standing there in line like, hey, what the hell do you want? I told you the other day, I'm done listening to your stupid shit. I'll see you after I get back to Colorado. Anyway, she went blowing on about, well, you need to call me right away. We got to talk. And I said, there ain't shit. I want to talk to you till I get back. Leave me the fuck alone. Well, I got to call the police because you can't be talking about Tim McVeigh while you're at the VA. Well, what the fuck are you talking about? I can't say the name to it. Anyway, I called her back. And because I said Tim McVeigh and shit, she thought I'm coming to blow up a damn hospital.
Oh, what a moron.
Anyway, she went ahead and filed a thing with the Homeland Terrible people. And I've had a knock on my door in an interview.
She needs to be transferred over to work in the psych ward on the other side of the door.
It just so happens I have a recording of the conversation when I was talking to that patient representative of the VA.
So wait a minute. So Timothy McVeigh makes you nervous. So if I say Obama, does that really freak you out? Oh no, that doesn't bother you. Okay, well you got your priorities all screwed up.
But I mean, if you heard me, what I expressed was my concern for the Veterans Hospital. It was not, I'm a pissed off veteran and I'm gonna come blow this motherfucker up.
Right.
You know, and how, oh shit. But anyway, I had an interview with Homeland Security people. There was 3 of them. I played them the recording of that phone call, and I think somebody misunderstood what the fuck I was saying.
You think?
And I tell you what, if I was to be blowing up a fucking hospital, you can bet Mary Ann and a couple other people would get a phone call and tell them I got a free pizza waiting for them at Pizza Hut over on the next block. I got lunch for you girls. Pizza Hut, yeah, they got an order for you. Kaboom at noon, you know. But no, I'm not that guy. But, you know, I mean, for this woman to know me being in the cop watching and First Amendment activity, you know, just the stupid comment coming out of her mouth. I cannot say Tim McVeigh, he's the Oklahoma bomber. Lady, I can say what the fuck ever I want when I'm talking to a healthcare provider. And, you know, I mean, even if you're sitting there twisting on my foot, asking me if it hurts or something, I go, oh, fuck yeah, that hurts. Don't do that. I can say the F word. I go off, you know, wanting to say it all the time, but there's a need sometimes.
That reminds me, I went to the doctor once and I was like, man, it hurts when I do this. And he was like, well, don't do that.
And you probably said, I just paid $165 for a fucking visit. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I tell you, this thing's fucked up and stuff. I'm out of here. Fuck you. You'll have to take me to collections for your fucking money. Oh, did I say that? Yeah, I got a letter from the hospital when I was talking to a billings agent. I said, well, you know, this is fucked up. You know, I called this nurse up, send that report over to that doctor so he can schedule me an appointment. It's been a year since this doctor had sent that paper, or that nurse, who the fuck ever, that I was supposed to send that paper. Well, I can't send it. It's a year old. You got to come back and see the doctor. And it'll be 4 months before you can get in to see the doctor. And we can make a new paper and send it to pain management. And I went off. I was like, fuck you, fuck no, that ain't going to fucking work. You know, you just send what you got and they're all fucking have me an appointment. Maybe they'll prorate me and put me on the year waiting list ahead. Well, I got a letter from the mothership of the hospitals. Because of my abusive language to the staff, I will no longer be treated at their facilities. Should I find me a doctor in the next 30 days? Should you arrive in our emergency room, we will stabilize you and transfer you to the nearest facility that can accommodate you. Like, what the, because I said the F word when something was fucked up and stuff.
Orange fingers. What? Specify visas. Remember when you went to the doctor for having orange fingers? That's funny. V. Don't remember. Sorry, Rob.
He had an orange finger. You been eating Cheetos?
That's what.
Well, you know.
I tell you what, have you ever seen orange fingerprint on Walmart butts? You know, girl at Walmart doesn't wipe her fingerprint, Cheeto fingers on her butt. That is hilarious. I'm sitting there in the checkout line, and this girl's wearing some white pants, and she'd been eating some Cheetos, man, and she had white fingers. I've seen some things in my day.
Maybe just one or two things.
Yeah, I've seen a few things in my day, but yeah, the Cheeto butts at Walmart, man, how can you forget them? Of course, and that girl at the checkout's moving slow as molasses, so I got to look at Cheeto butt for about 5 minutes. I think I even got footage of a squirrel eating those Cheeto puffs. I just give them extra toasty Cheez-Its and peanut butter. That's pretty cute. The other night, Rescue, I took one of them Tootsie Roll Pops and I stapled the handlebar to my porch rail by the bird feeding stuff, and the squirrel had a raccoon come along. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop with a raccoon?
Oh, damn. That was a couple of crunches, probably.
If you look on my community page a few days ago, I posted a link to the clip of that live stream. So you can find it in that live stream pretty easy. I got one video, it's during a thunderstorm with the lightning banging in the background real cool. You got this dripping wet raccoon munching on a Tootsie Pop. Then the other day, he's all fresh and clean and dry. Beautiful night. Stars are out. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Hell yeah, he liked the snacks.
Yeah. While I'm watching the critters, I can also have all the footage of the cops that run that stop sign in my neighborhood.
I had a UPS dude one time. It was kind of funny. He burned through in front of the camera, and then when I notified a friend of mine, I go, by the way, I don't know if y'all are aware of your damn drivers. And so we were talking, and I sent him that footage. He was like, he called the dude in, and he goes, I don't know what guy is trying to start up. He goes, hold on a minute before you continue that sentence. And then he showed him, he goes, okay. From then on, that dude always hit that stop sign. It was like, yeah, he just had to become aware that there's shit, man. Now, and that was actually years ago. Nowadays, hell, the Chinese can watch you run a stop sign through the Ring doorbell. So, I mean, everybody's watching.
I noticed the police activity. They do stuff at the stop sign now. Local authorities know I'm one of them cop watchers. I went out the house one morning doing a morning wake and bake live stream and going to the thrift store, get in the car. I go down the street 2 blocks and I'm standing there for the next 9 hours at a police standoff at a hostage situation. The word got out in the neighborhood with all the police in my area. Oh, that dude down in the corner, yeah, he's a cop watcher.
Actually, V came up on my panel on her birthday.
Yeah. That
she was feeling pretty good that night.
I remember that night too.
She was singing and dancing out the front of the house.
She was feeling.
I missed that one.
I remember the grin. It went from one side of her face to the other one. and she was kind of in the dark, and all you could see was this huge, just joyous grin on
Right.
her face. All you could see was this grin.
It would come in, and then all you'd see is a big smile.
Yep. It was just absolutely beautiful.
Oh, I missed that one. When's her birthday? When's your birthday, V? I remember you saying it. I think it was in May.
Was it, man?
Honestly, I don't remember. Yeah.
I don't remember either.
I don't know, but it's up on there. I could find it. I can tell you. But I don't think that was one YouTube took away. I pretty much I can tell you anything that's not up there from the beginning. It's only because YouTube says, eh. Matter of fact, there is one because I think I said, what is it? I said something about a medicine, and it wasn't even like medicine connected to all the bullshit. It was just and that one's taken down for misinformation.
Wow.
And then there was another one they took down because it played. Damn, it was so cracked me up because of the song. Oh, Carlos Santana. Leaving the lights on. I think it was Carlos Santana leaving the lights on. Apparently, nobody in the world is allowed to listen to that if you stream it. Now, YouTube can host the video, but if you play it on your stream, it gets blocked worldwide. But now, the Russians can hear Toby Keith, American Pride type stuff. That was okay. That was fun.
Because YouTube asshole.
That's it. YouTube asshole.
No, it's the copyright holders. Some of them have claims on it. Some of them, yeah, you ain't republishing my shit.
Some of them are like land sharks too, dude. They're like waiting. Hell, matter of fact, I actually won a dispute, by the way, a while ago because just the day before last week's. Because apparently I had Pandora playing, and oh my God, it played an Eagles song, so the whole stream had to get shut down. So I disputed, going, I didn't even know what the hell was playing. Did you watch it? And then all of a sudden, the dispute, that little block thing went away, and it was like, aha! So you must have paid attention to something. That was like a phone laying over there playing some shit I had no control over. Plus, it's the radio. I don't understand how you can't play the radio. What copyright do you have?
It doesn't matter. It's what you publish. It's what you broadcast and you publish is what you're responsible for it. I mean, just like if I go off saying stupid shit, Steve is responsible for what's published on this show.
Right.
Oh yeah, but I mean, on a copyright on music, which I do find some of the music that they tag me on, I find it ironic because I have the original vinyl all the way from the 45 to the 33 to the 8-track to the cassette to the CD.
You own the record. You don't own the recording rights.
Oh no, but whenever I play on a radio, though, Rob. So if I turn that radio on right now and it's blowing across airwaves, but if you hear it through YouTube,
right?
Yeah,
no, can't do that. That was a violation. And it's like it's the radio airwaves.
I know.
Oh, but then again, they're all in panic mode right now. Their whole algorithms are so screwed because they've been coding off of politics and not off of programming. So their coding has all been jacked. That's why half their shit screws up. Random shit happens because they're so focused on that political bullshit that they've screwed up decent coding.
I know a lot of recorded artists and stuff, and hey, that's how they make their money. And some goofball making a nickel off of my dollar. No, I'm getting mine. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me, I totally get it. I'm one of the original Napster people. I still have a little hard feelings toward Metallica over that. But.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, you remember Napster? You remember Napster? Oh, me too.
Yeah,
I stopped listening to Metallica after Napster, but I still love Metallica.
I recorded
Yeah, I like the song. Some of the songs, it was so hard to like turned a blind eye to him because it was like, man, you screwed me over, tried
Now,
to. Yeah, but I like that song.
Yeah,
here's one
yeah.
situation I got into. I recorded the Spinners concert live here at the park one night. During the concert, they say if you're making videos, if you're putting it on Facebook and YouTube, we say thank you. I put
You
up
think
that
that that's
video
what they
and
were
I
doing?
got a copyright block on one of the songs on that video. I had to cut that song out because it was copyrighted.
Well, hell, who was it, Steve? Somebody was playing, what was it, their own damn song and got it or something, wasn't it?
Dude, I sit there.
Yeah,
They were
who
sitting
was
there.
that?
I can't
I
remember.
seen
They were
it
sitting there
one
playing
night.
their own damn song and got copyrighted. It's like,
Rescue.
Oh,
I
yeah,
sit
Doc
there.
Danger. Doc Danger.
I
yeah.
sang a few licks of the song "Swimming with You." I sang a few songs swimming, or I sang a few lyrics of the song "Swimming with Bow-Legged Women" on a friend of mine's live stream. You know, we was talking about crazy songs. You ever hear this one? You know, I threw out a few bars of it, and he got a strike. Got took
Dang.
down for 3 fucking weeks.
I think
Well, see,
Silvergirl was saying that they even give you copyright strike for lyrics, not even music, right, Silvergirl?
That's just what I said.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
sorry.
did a
I
few
didn't hear that.
bars. I mean, now that
Sleep
was
with
a
one
situation
eye
YouTube was
open,
doing stupid.
gripping your pillow tight.
well, they've become so political that they're trying to search for keywords to the point to where now they've incorporated that in on the musical side because they introduced that whole hyperbolic shit during all the rioting stuff. Because when that started getting shown, then it was a coordination of start playing music in the background, and then YouTube and all of them will start monitoring for music. And you can kind of go back and look at that before all that shit. Yeah, some artists would come at you if you were like making a deal of it, but most of the time people get up and play shit and nobody ever cared. Sharing a video, oh, here's this one. It wasn't until after it became, let's use music as a background thing. And then now all of a sudden it's a focus. And then you got the greed.
Yeah. And what kills me is that YouTube is making so much money already. It's like, why? Why are they? You know, it's like because they're making so much, they just don't give a shit if it's like,
Well,
screw the little people.
It's just part of the whole system.
It's the whole,
Go
yeah.
Right.
StreamYard makes money if you've got the premium of StreamYard. They're making money if you buy StreamYard, the one that you normally stream on if you have more than 1 or 2 guests and don't do anything fancy. I don't have anything but the free one, but I don't stream live. But I can't play music on what we do backstage, so to speak. Because it's not, I have to pay money to get the premium one. I won't do it. So YouTube's not going to catch me for playing music. StreamYard would have to object to my music. They don't monitor.
No, because it's published on YouTube. StreamYard is just a tool for you to broadcast on YouTube.
But none of mine are published.
Anyway, folks, I'm going to have to tap out and get some beauty rest. I think the feeling is coming upon me.
Oh, shit, too tall. You're going to need plenty of that rest then. I'm kidding. I love you, brother. I love you.
All right. Y'all have a good night. Nice meeting you, Silver. Rescue. Peace, brother.
You too.
Later,
Hey,
man.
and too tall. Make sure you pet Diamond for us.
Yes. Give us.
Diamond is a beautiful dog. Beautiful dog.
Diamond pets.
Is he showing us Diamond? There you go.
Diamond.
Diamond is a beautiful dog.
Beautiful.
Beautiful
Oh,
dog ever. Yeah.
Oh.
He said skip the box.
Made him big.
Oh, we just
Said
missed
skip
Diamond.
the
We just
box,
made you
I'll
big
take
and we
my
missed
bag
Diamond.
tonight.
Show Diamond again. We just made you big.
Yeah, you gotta show Diamond one more time.
Oh, hey,
We made the
11, girlfriend. Come here.
there you go.
There you go.
There's Diamond.
Oh, how you doing? Oh, rub my belly. Rub my belly. Come on. Where's the best dog ever?
Oh, he's a
Where's the
good
best
girl.
dog ever? Where's the best dog ever?
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Aw, so beautiful. Hi, Diamond.
Yeah, that's my border collie Australian healer.
Oh, she is
All right,
beautiful.
folks. Say goodnight,
Right.
Irene.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Much love and aloha, brother.
Oh, wait, how you make it?
Oh.
Is it this one? There you go.
Yep, there you go.
I think I'm going to take off too.
Yeah, I think we've been going 3.5 hours, and when we came on, we were like, we missed the sunset, and it was a long, crazy day. We'll see what happens. And it actually it turned out freaking awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
Rescue's on
really
here.
awesome.
Silver
Rescue's
Girl.
on here. Silver Girl's on here. Too Tall Ra was on here.
Right? You guys are awesome.
Oh, I feel honored. I wanted to come up when Silver Girl did because don't get to be on panel with her much.
Silver Girl's the bomb.
Talk to you guys.
Silver Girl saved, or not saved, but really, really helped us a lot with Pablo a few times. Quite a few times. She gave us plenty of like things we didn't know, and she's like, "Oh, well, no, you do this and you do that," and then we're like, "Oh, Pablo's good now." Like, thank you, Silver Girl.
He doesn't do that.
That whatever it is.
Dry heaving thing. Like, he doesn't do that anymore.
It's almost, it is referred to as dry heaves. And when you just, that's what you use to describe it for the vet, is dry heaves.
Dry heaves, yeah.
Rudy does that every now and then.
Yeah, it's like with Pablo is always when he got too excited.
Yeah.
But then Silver Girl was like, "Well, you got to put his food up."
Yeah, we do that now.
And then now, since we've been doing that, he doesn't do that anymore.
And his water bottle is elevated from the ground.
Yep. So it's like instead of his neck going down and like eating and drinking that way, his neck is,
Yeah.
And then,
the issue is you do not want anything pulling on their necks at all. And you do not want them forced to turn where their trachea is bent. So you don't, because what it basically is the trachea condensing on itself because it's tired or whatever, or it's just not strong enough to begin with. And so if they don't have to bend it and kirk it, quick it or whatever, make it bend to get to something, it won't chafe that area. So the thing is to put the water dish up so when they lick it, they don't have to bend their head at all.
Yeah, they don't scrunch their neck.
And you don't want any kind of bending down nonsense. And when they go to eat, the same thing. You don't want them to bend their head down to get into a dish.
Yeah.
And I remember for like the first 3 days, he was like mad at me because he's like, I gotta eat it like that. What's up, bro? But I had to stick to it. I'm like, if you're hungry, man, you're gonna eat. So I don't know what to tell you.
No more dry heaving, Just like
he doesn't do it anymore.
He doesn't.
Made a difference yet.
Yeah. So that was really, really, really grateful. Yeah. We're really grateful.
I'll try that with Rudy. I might try that with him, see if that'll help him out.
Yeah,
it does. And I looked it up on Amazon too, and I know they make I don't know how big your dog is, but is it like a bigger dog?
Pounds.
Okay, yeah. So they make like things for the dishes.
Oh, the insert tables?
Yep. And then they're up off the ground. That's exactly what you need. It's exactly what you need.
Yeah.
And it does work. And I vouch for it 100% because I used to worry about him. So, like, he did it for 3 days straight. And Silver Girl was like, do this. And we're like, oh, thank you so much. Like,
Yeah, because no, before that, he would drive all the
Yeah.
time when he got excited. And
But-
he would be like, like that, like for
Yeah.
a long
and he'd
period
be
of
doing it
time.
when I'm like taking him for a walk too. And I'm like, people are going to think I'm like trying to kill you or something. Like, dude, stop doing that. Like,
Yeah,
neighbors
where he
gonna
does it
think
now.
I'm hurting
At
you.
first, man, when he first started doing it, freaked us out because he just kind of all of a sudden out of nowhere, and it was like, wait, what? And I just sit there and I'll stroke him on that and kind of just try to relax him a
That's
little
what
bit.
I always did that. I would rub his neck and rubbing his neck, and
He's
then
like,
the
"Hey,
butter,
man, you okay,
the
buddy?"
butter
It's like,
too.
yeah.
He doesn't know about the butter. Rescue when he's doing that, take just a little bit of butter on the end of your finger, put it in his mouth so he just licks it off your fingers, so it'll melt going down his throat. Then
Okay.
rub his throat.
And I still have a stick of butter next to my seat, and he hasn't done it yet, but I still have it there. But for the first like 2 days, and he would just go up and lick it.
But don't
And
give him too
yeah.
much.
No, but he would just lick it and then go away and then be fine.
That's all they need is one lick of it.
So yeah, the butter works too. That
Yeah,
works way better than this because that's what I was doing for like 3 years. I'm like, it's okay, buddy, it's okay. You know, I'm rubbing his neck and just. And then once Silver Girl told me about the butter, he was like, huh? Okay, I'm good.
It really does hurt. You just have to make sure that they're not doing it so much that makes them sick. And if so, you need to get the vet involved. But it's usually called collapsing trachea.
Oh, it works. It really works.
Yeah, it definitely works, Rescue. Definitely works.
Yeah, try it, Rescue.
Yeah, I'll have to
Elevate this
try that out.
food.
Good
Yeah, he
night.
doesn't do it often, every now and then.
Good night, Silver Girl. Love you.
Good night, Silver Girl. I love you. Thank you so much for everything you do for us.
Alrighty,
Yeah.
night, guys. Y'all have a
All
great
right,
night. For having me up.
Rescue, thank you for coming on our panel. That was
Yes,
awesome.
thank you.
We are honored.
Shoot, I'm honored. I appreciate y'all having me up.
Aw.
And we
I
love
hope
you
y'all-
for everything you do for us too, man.
I just share the journey, man. Just share the journey. Y'all
Yeah,
help
we're
me along.
excited. We're excited to see the chickens come home.
Man,
The
I
chickens
can't wait.
come home. Yeah, the
It's like
chickies.
getting the kids to come home or something.
Yeah.
That's it. Well, hey, y'all have a good. Let's see, what is it? It's nighttime for you, isn't it?
It's almost
It's
midnight.
almost midnight.
Almost Monday.
Almost Monday. Yep.
Well, y'all get you some rest, and I will holler at y'all later.
Love you,
Later,
Rescue.
Chad. Y'all take care. Bye.
Love you, Rescue. Much love and aloha, brother. And then anyone here, which I'm sure everyone already is, but if you're not subscribed to Rescue and or Silver Girl, please do so because they are awesome people, great people. Just like everyone in chat is great. That's why I know everyone's already subscribed to each other.
Right.
That's what kind of community this is. But everyone is so awesome. You guys rock.
Scat
Any
Pack. Love you
and Scat
too.
Pack too, you're awesome.
V.
Beautiful view.
You're
Not
so funny.
unspecified views. Beautiful view.
Yes, beautiful V. You got to change your name.
And joyful. Joyful Diamonds. Who's this Bacon guy? I keep seeing him pop up. I'm kidding, Bacon. I just can't say your full name because I'm Christian and that's against my beliefs.
The real for deal. Thank you. What's his name left already?
Joe Kerr still here.
Joker.
Our main mod.
We love you.
Joe Kerr's the shit, dude. Much love to you, Joe Kerr. Vanessa Kitty. Oh, awesome, Vanessa Kitty. Right on.
Awesome,
Thank you.
Vanessa.
So I'll be going live tomorrow. I don't know what the hell I'm going to be doing tomorrow for my live because I'm not doing the Let's Talk About SCX anymore. But I want to do a karaoke thing, but I haven't figured that part out yet. You know what, Joe Kerr? I'll get a hold of you tomorrow. And maybe you can help me out with that one. But until then, we love all of you. Rescue, Silver Girl, Too Tall Rob, we love you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming on. Thank you, everyone in chat, for coming on. Thank you for hanging out with us and watching. You guys all rock.
Say good night.
Oh, Pablito.
Pablito wants to say good night. Is the garage closed?
Nope.
Are you serious?
No, it's not closed.
All right, Pablito can say good night. Family photo.
Hey, family photo. Pablito. What you doing?
See, he's happy now. He doesn't do that dry heaving thing. Good night, Joyful and Max, Joker, Vanessa Weiss. We both sub to you too, Vanessa.
Yep, we both sub. So
And I'm going to have Pablo sub to you too.
yes, little Pablito over here. Just don't let him go because the garage is open.
All right. Yeah, he's going to run away. Good night, guys. We love you. And we'll hopefully see some of you guys tomorrow, all of you guys tomorrow on Steve's channel.
Yes, on my channel.
Let's talk about whatever.
Yeah, it's going to be Let's Talk About Something, but not SEX. That's for sure. Gonna take a break for that for a while. But until then, have a beautiful morning, beautiful day, a beautiful afternoon, a beautiful evening, a beautiful night, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Much love, much aloha.
Good night.
God bless.